All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to our weekly game. We find ourselves on the edge of Neverwinter, having left Helm's Hold and negotiating not so well some magical items in the shop in Helm's Hold, but you guys now have a horse and cart and are making a covered cart at that. And have been making your way up towards Neverwinter. You guys decide to camp out outside the gates, a couple miles out yet, but giving you guys a little bit of breath from anybody going into Neverwinter, and kind of like the forest on the outside skirts of town. That's kind of where we'll pick up tonight. Yeah. The day is yours.
All right, so we made camp.
Yeah, we still got to do the night, though, I think, was where we were at. So,
oh, okay. Is that where we're at? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we had just stopped when we made camp.
Okay. We got to do the makeup thing in the morning, right?
Yeah, we got to do the makeup in the morning, and we got to send the two faces ahead to negotiate with the guards to be cool.
Who we sending? Who did we say we're sending? You and
it's going to be Nikolai and myself.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and I don't remember. Did Alice ever tell us it's her father that passed away?
Yeah,
I assume he's dead.
Yeah, we're assuming.
Okay.
Oh, there's a plot hook right there.
Because I'm
Daddy.
What?
Daddy, is that you?
Yeah, I'm assuming that the medallion given to me was the signal that he's dead and now it's my turn.
They're gonna say, well, when I drove the knife in, it was like I didn't check the
right?
pulse, but
I didn't twist, but it's probably fine.
I didn't twist because
You should have aimed for the head.
Cut it off.
Always double tap.
Come on, baby.
Two to the chest.
Do the twist.
All right.
Is that rule number 1 or rule number 2?
All right.
I was literally just going to go look that up as to what rule number that was.
Double tap is rule 2. Rule 1 is cardio.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, so camping.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will do mid shift and then I'm gonna nap right before dawn. I'm gonna ask Alice if she wants to stay up with me for this evening.
Who's kind of
Yeah,
medium?
sure I can.
Who's kind of medium at perception can use a little bump
I could do it.
because I'm not doing it, so I don't do it.
I have a +1. It's not great.
I'll do third watch. I'll do late watch.
I can do one too, but
I don't want to volunteer Tehran, but he does like to volunteer himself for watches. So.
Well, I'm just fishing for enhanced ability. So
Oh yeah. Oh, is that
well,
new?
I think it's concentration. Sorry,
Okay.
I can't concentrate while I'm sleeping.
You
Nope.
cannot. Same as being knocked out. So
That'll help when you guys go into town, though.
yeah, that lasts for what, an hour or how long?
Yep, 1 hour.
Oof.
yeah,
Charisma checks.
Yep.
all day.
All right, nap time.
Nap time. All right. So first watch is who again?
Me and you?
No, I think I'm gonna do the mid one and then sleep right before dawn is the
Yeah,
plan.
but you only need 4 hours. You could do both.
I could do first and second. That's right.
That's why I assumed you were doing it. And Alice was just hanging
Yeah.
out with you.
Right. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
All right.
All right, do we have a fire?
I assume we make some kind of camp.
Well, I think I have a thing that can
Mr.
solve that.
Create bonfire.
Would you like me to create a bonfire?
If it's safe
I
for a
would
fire, I wouldn't mind a fire.
We're just people on a road at this point, so
It would look suspicious for us not to have a fire.
it'd be a little
Alright.
more weird not to have one, I
I
would think.
create a bonfire in a safe place to do so.
Whoop.
Following safe burning practices.
Indeed.
Only you. And prevent
Burn this whole fucking
Never winter.
motherfucker to the ground.
You could burn this whole motherfucker to the ground.
All right. Who's making perception checks?
Myself.
I'll help you.
and
Or do I need to roll
Alex.
my own?
Yeah, I think you can assist, right?
Yeah, so you can either both roll or roll at advantage.
I will roll with advantage.
All right.
I think that'll be fine.
I would say so.
And then as we're sitting around and checking the fire and stuff, I'll start a casual conversation with Alice.
Okay.
Just, talking to her and say, this will be okay. I know what it's like to be hunted and it's not fun, but I think you'll be all right.
How did you get out of your situation?
He kind of chuckles for a minute and says, well, there was a lot of bodies in the wake, but I have my own. And he kind of pauses for a second, says, I have my own way of getting through it, and actually, I wanted to talk to you about that before we go into town.
Now's the time.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to know about the background here, but I think we'll be all right. So, what is your first memory of me? You don't have to say it out loud. As a matter of fact, I would encourage you not to.
Okay.
So, and then he kind of pauses for a second and says, I'm going to show you something. It tends to produce kind of an audible response, so I need you to kind of steel yourself now. And he kind of pauses for a second. And does Alice is Alice sitting with her weapon, or is she?
Yep, I have. Yeah.
Okay. He kind of pauses and goes, could you just set that just away just a little bit? I just need the first reaction to not be absolutely terrible.
I hesitate and
I understand.
and I move over and I set it like a pace away.
Okay, that's fine. So he says, okay, are you, I want you to understand that I spoke with Kohi about this, so he kind of already knows, so you're the only one who also knows about this. And so I'm also going to, Galen, would be an insight check to make sure everyone's sleeping, because it would be based off of deception if they're attempting to fake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he kind of, there's a pause for a moment as he looks at, and I cannot roll below a 16. No, I think it's a 16. Yeah, I can't roll, so it'd be a 16.
Okay.
Is everybody asleep?
You look around and you hear soft snoring from everybody, from people that normally snore, and yeah, it's been. You guys are still trying to catch up on some sleep from your travels before.
All right. So he looks at Alice and says, "All right, so you're going to be okay with just chill out for just a minute.
You're freaking me out, man."
It's fine." And so he turns around and kind of unclips his armor. So he's still got like the shirt and stuff on, and starts to pull up the back. So you would see what would be tattoos or whatever on the back of his body, and then he kind of looks over his shoulder for a second and snaps his fingers, and kind of like Mystique from X-Men, you see kind of the arms start to shift.
What?
And then it just kind of pulls over the whole body to like one of those kind of gray looking dudes. And he kind of holds up his finger for a second and kind of shows there's a nest of scarring across the back.
Oh.
And kind of as he looks around, he's got, it looks like I don't think they have a nose, but like his facial structure is not set right after a bad break sort of thing.
Ooh.
And he starts talking and his accent is gone. And he says, "This is me. I already talked to Kohi about it before we went into the cave, because people are not normally big fans. But my plan C, as I'd been joking around with, is if things go absolutely south, I would look like you and sprint off into the crowd. And then if you just hang out for a little while, you guys can get back in the cart and go. And I will meet you guys outside of town, is my plan." And then he shifts back to look like Quixotic and says, "So, I don't know how much you know about them, but being hunted is a pretty normal thing for us."
I'm speechless for a little while, and I'll say, I know that we've been through enough where if you meant me any harm, or our companions, that you would have had plenty of opportunities to act on it. So I feel like I can trust you, but it's still somewhat of an unnatural thing to feel.
It's absolutely understandable. This existence is lying to friends and family at every turn. But walking around looking like I normally do will get me killed every time. So
Yeah, I can see that. So who's this? Who's
this
this?
is he was actually the only friend that I had back home. He was a non-owned individual, and he had attempted to help me escape, and in the process, he did not make it. And as a more of a tribute than anything else, I've been trying to do good deeds as him for the most part. I mean, I just live a good life, I guess, since he can't. So,
Well, I think he'd be happy if he could still know you.
I hope that is the case. I do the best I can.
So you think that would really work if you were diluted?
I will look exactly like you. The issue is I cannot change my clothing, which is why I was super excited about that armor. But there's not much we can do about that now. So I feel like when I get into town, I will probably take the breastplate off and leave most of my equipment in the cart. And probably bring a couple of daggers, and I will, if worst comes to worst, get low and stay out of sight, and I will draw them off. I'm very fast.
Well, that's a hell of an offer, and I hate to say, I think we might need it. So thank you. That's it seems like a sacrifice, just trusting me with the knowledge.
I cannot stand to see someone who cannot be who they are out in the open, and not being able to go through your own hometown because there are people that are hunting you is awful, truly awful. I to the point where when all this weirdness in the north is done, I would love to help you tear them out of this place root and stem. It truly upsets me.
Thank you. It helps a little bit. I don't know that I really have many friends left here, so I'm not missing that part of town, I guess.
Well, we'll make new ones. Make the ones on the road. Hey, Colin, you didn't miss anything major. It's cool.
Yeah, I always miss the good role play.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Screamed at by a baby and everybody down here is having fun.
So yeah, he says, is there anybody or anything I need to know that might be in the cult if things go south and we have to go with that plan?
I don't have any specific names. I didn't know anyone. Like I said, when I was telling everybody about it, I didn't actually know that my dad was this cult leader until after I had to leave town. I
Okay.
thought he was just I mean, I sort of thought he was a leader, like a king. So I didn't know that it was all rooted in like crime and awful deeds.
That's good to know. If there's anyone that has any identifying marks that might have interacted with your dad that you can remember, just something I might be able to keep an eye out for would be good.
Yeah, if something pops up, I'll let you know.
All right. Then yeah, if things get bad, I will draw them off and we'll go from there.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
You're sleeping.
And then yeah, and if she, I realize that's weird, but if there's anything else she wants to talk about, that's good. Otherwise, I can, we can continue our shift, and then I think we switch over to, I think who was third watch? Okay.
I think it was me and Josh.
Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I'll reiterate before we go to bed. So Kohi knows, and you're the only other one that know. So we will hopefully keep this safe, and as things get a little better, I will we can tell more people, I think. But this is something I play close to the chest.
Yeah, I understand that. I'll keep your confidence.
I appreciate that.
I'll keep your secret that I don't know either.
Excellent. Good.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I don't know, I wasn't here.
Exactly.
It's all a secret to me.
You'll
Mhm.
notice I've been on my phone this whole time.
That which is good. All right. So yeah, I guess we'll hand over to
Monty
third shift.
Dappos.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And so before he goes to bed, he looked fine before he did that, and now he looks almost winded. Like if that's something, it took something out of him just to do that. So it's a little more interesting than just popping back and forth. So that's that.
Okay.
But,
All right. So are we doing
bedtime.
this advantage or double roll?
I mean, you want to roll? I'll use my history thing. You can do advantage and potentially get my proficiency bonus.
Is there a way to mark exhaustion?
Yeah, I think there is.
Yep. So yours is so you had 3, so it's a 19.
Nice.
Yeah, my proficiency bonus went up, and I have a +7 to history, so that's gonna be awesome.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I found it.
The rest of the third watch passes without much of
Conditions.
an issue.
Are we talking about anything?
I don't know. Do you want to chat about something?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Like, it's
Mm,
on watch 4 hours just by us.
You're just like you're sitting there in silence, like, are we talking about anything?
Talk. Are you gonna talk to me? Because I,
wanna
feel
know
like you never
stuff.
talk to me. We just
Tell
sit
me
here and you
something.
ignore me.
I
the
thrive
entire
on
time.
secrets.
Yeah,
Feed
like,
me.
You
That's
stare
literally
out
what
in
I'm
the
going.
dark.
Like, are we just gonna ignore each other?
I don't. I just feel like any RP that we do following that is just gonna fall flat. So
No.
I know. That's why I'm like, are we even
Oh.
gonna try?
Don't do
You gotta
that.
try though. You gotta
Yeah,
try.
don't do that. It doesn't
Yeah.
have nothing has to be extreme. You can
I
just
know.
talk.
Always try.
Always try.
So what
Do
is your
it.
story, Monty? What's up with the history in the museums?
the history in the museums. Well, I've been studying. I've been studying for quite a while as a bard. And then I dabbled in a lot of other different subjects, as just kind of out of curiosity, and I started stumbling upon these old dusty manuscripts full of these unique items, and it's just something that's always caught my fascination is how the lost, the hidden away things that previously brought so much value to a lot of people are just gone forever. Reclaiming those and putting them in a museum really gets my jollies off. So as I've studied to the magical arts and the musical arts and the performance arts and all the different arts and crafts that are out there, I've also dipped a bit into some of the exotic, some of the the artifacts and all that. And that's kind of what drew me here and kind of tipped me off here is I spent a bunch of time in I gotta pull up maps now to remember all these damn locations. But anyways, I spent a bunch of time in Waterdeep and Silver Moon. Anyways, you get it. But there was a place. I did some research, found some things, and was studying the Ring of Winter for a while. And that's where my friend Murtor Lebavik. That's a mouthful. Great guy though. He's wonderful. Does great party tricks. He's trying to become a magician, like a party magician. It's really strange. He's got no lick of magic at him at all, poor soul. But anyways, he's a good researcher. About the Ring of Winter. So that's been it's been pretty interesting. Drew me up here. Didn't necessarily draw me initially. I'd kind of like given up on that one for a little while and was just sort of looking for different things. And that's when I heard about the Spell Forge and the mysteries in that area, and came to the Helm's Hold area in that piece and met you guys. So it's just kind of chasing the next quest. I have my backstory. My parents perished at when I was quite young. So I spent a lot of time in a lot of different schools kind of passing around, and that's kind of just where I landed myself, is just continuing to pursue the knowledge, and books are always there for you, and sometimes people aren't, so.
Oh, I totally get that, because it's funny that you bring that up. I used to look at adventurers when they came through our towns, and how I learned I can read magic. That's how I learned, so I get exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing that two people from two very different walks of life I'm calling in the same situation.
Yeah, it is interesting how people get drawn together.
Mm-hmm.
And where are you from? Where'd you grow up, or where'd you hail from before this? Oh, that's right, the Isles. Yeah. Is it nice down there?
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's pretty decent actually. We grew up in a small, just one of those basic small town things that you don't really see very often out here. Everybody knew everybody. Was a farm
Leave your doors
family.
unlocked. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like one of those exactly. Where everybody
Yeah.
kind of helped out where they needed.
Yeah, you don't got to pull the wagon in the barn at night. You can just kind of leave it parked in the driveway and not worry about it.
Yeah, it was a really nice time. And so my family was a farm family, but my father died before I was born.
Oh.
But it turns out he's not my actual father.
Interesting.
Do
you know who your father is?
I don't know who he is. And my mother didn't know at all that this was caused by it.
Oh.
This creature came and with her one night while she slept.
Oh, was it so she didn't know until you came along, or?
Yeah, she didn't know that. Well, I mean, she assumed that it was my father.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just left. And so that's what they assumed.
Oh, that's gotta be hard on her. Do you obviously, I mean, did you notice anything growing up about that? Was it?
Well, I mean, I don't look like my family. My brother looks like my mom.
Yeah.
Like I don't look anything like them. And they assumed I just look like a grandparent or something like that, but it's not. My hair is white because I'm not from this world at the same time.
Oh, that must have been a little different. Like what age did you realize?
Probably around like or so. I think that's when I started actually reading the magic and when my magic started coming to the surface. Like,
And you,
magic
anybody
doesn't
else in your
run-
family have magic powers, or did you kind of have
Just
to go
me.
it alone?
It's just me.
Oh, that would be hard.
And so my brother and I were setting up the idea of we were going to travel a little bit farther up the road to a larger town and set up a blacksmithery where I could run the front and, you know,
Mhm.
that sort of thing. And he would run the forge. But with my mom dying from her illness, it was just, I am first.
That's hard.
So I traveled up to Neverwinter. I met my friends up there to meet with, you know, the Rockseeker brothers and find the Soul Forge.
Is that
of
when you
Souls.
is that when you joined the organization?
We don't talk about them anymore.
Understand? I get it. We've all got things.
It's more for my protection and your protection. We don't mention that name anymore. But yes, that group.
Got it.
And so, yeah, that's when I met them. They met me to meet with the Rockseekers, find the Forge. I mean, it's kind of nice that we're passing through Neverwinter so I can leave a message.
Yeah, that will be really convenient. Yeah.
Mhm.
Connect. You have any contacts you're gonna need to connect with and as you're passing
I'm
through?
hoping
Or
that I'm just going to be able to leave a drop and figure it out.
a white chalk on the side of the cross in the graveyard sort of thing.
A little bit more complicated, but yeah.
I know you can't tell me, or you'd have to snuff me here, right?
More along the lines of, let's just kind of play it by ear.
Mm.
Like, this is going to become what I do. I'm not I'll be able to talk. I'll be able to do the magic, but it's going to be kind of sneaky and a little bit underhanded. And I'm apologizing ahead of time.
I think we're all heading into a lot of unknowns coming up here. So
Like, I might
Alice
not
is
be who I am
irrelevant.
here when I get up there.
Oh. I think we're all gonna change. This is a pretty crazy event. I mean, you're going to someplace super cold and different.
Yeah, that's why I got this jacket. I'm hoping that we'll get something. We can make something from this.
Get you a nice hat.
Oh no, I'm gonna make this a jacket.
Well, yeah. Well, you hat
Make
too.
it
You lose like 40% of your body heat through your head.
Yep.
It's fact.
We'll figure
Right
it
in the
out.
book.
Make it all work.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right. That was good.
All right.
Does anyone want to wake me up and talk to me?
Well,
You're asleep right now, so you don't know what I'm saying. So
I didn't hear any of this shit.
as Monty and Davos finish chatting and the sun begins to rise, and on the horizon you guys can see smoke plumes coming from Neverwinter. A welcome sight as you guys prep for the day.
yeah, Colin, we did think about how you always want to take shifts, and then we remembered how bad you are at them, and we decided not to. So another time though.
I don't take shifts. It's very nice.
I can stop.
I'm kidding, Colin.
All right, so
Alright.
who's putting all my makeup on me? Do I have to do
Oh,
it
did
again?
I prestidigitation our makeup off before we went to bed just to save our skin? I'm just gonna like really bad breakout.
It's the pores.
It's really bitch on your pores. No,
Yeah.
you have
dead
skin?
pores over
I
there.
got skin.
Do you have some
Do you
skin?
have skin?
I got skin.
I have some skin. It shows
Some,
in bad.
whose skin? Some guys.
Don't
I
worry
just
about
wear
it.
it over my
in my
skin.
bag.
It helps moisturize. No, I'm just like a sallow looking 40-year-old who, you know, kind of looks like you may have dug him up, but only like a day or two after he was buried. Not that dead looking.
Got a couple bruise spots like on an apple.
There you go.
Bruise, little tint to the skin.
It's got the, was it the liver spots and the bald head? Where it's
Oh.
just like,
Oh God.
Nope, got a hair. Got
He
nice
died
long
and
hair.
became looked like an 80-year-old man.
luxurious hair.
You do.
85-year-old man.
Got long white hair
Yeah,
down to my
takes
shoulders.
a
Actually, do
lot
have
of
it
care
in
of
a-
that hair.
I keep it
Who
in
was-
a ponytail.
Do you?
Now. Yeah, you gave me a
Was I
ponytail
guiding
a while
you,
ago.
Tehran, to do it, or was I?
The
You were
makeup?
guiding me to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. He was doing it. You were guiding him, and Alice was helping.
That we're gonna do again. So I'll make was that a deception?
Do a deception check at advantage.
And a D4.
And add a D4.
What damn
Yeah.
D's?
Oh, this will be good. And bad. Hold on.
Variance is real.
Does this one show up? That one doesn't show up. It was a 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, it did
looks
show
like
up.
came through.
Yay. All right,
24.
24.
All right, 24.
Looking good.
That was on Alice? Or
You-
no, it was on Tehran.
Oh, it was
Me.
on Alice. Alice is first.
You look at Alice, and it is impressive. You look away to kind of something. You catch something in your ear, and you look back, and you're like, "Who the fuck is this in front of you?" And you're like, "Oh shit, that's Alice. That's the
Did
beautiful work."
I
that
get
just
the
did."
eyes this time? They were tricky.
Just makeup in her eyes.
No, I've got the eyes.
Yeah, I'll lean
Oh,
over to
you got
Dap
the
Post.
eyes.
I'll
I've
lean
got
over
the
to
eyes.
Dap Post and I'll tell him you need to be on top of that. It's probably her most defining feature. So
Well, once we
Oh, he
get
goes
back
first.
together, that's when I'll do it. Make sure that she gets by unnoticed.
Speaks an Argwin perfecto.
Thanks, guys. All right.
All
you're
what
right.
up.
color are you? What do you look like?
Well, normally I'm like, my skin is lavender
Mhm.
and my hair is like dark purple and it's in kind of like Khaleesi intricate braids. And I've got 2 pairs of horns that are kind of short and like almost
The mother of all
almost black.
barbarians.
They're like kind of gunmetal. And my eyes are like solid fuchsia. But now with the disguise, maybe more like average tiefling kind of pinky peach,
Yeah, it's not bad.
because purple is not a typical color
No.
for
Okay.
them.
Yeah, pinky peach. Cool.
And
Do we like powder your hair a little bit to make it not black, purple? Just trying to figure out what you look like.
I don't know.
I'm at 24. She looks like Bill Cosby right now. I mean, it's like,
She
she's.
looks like me and I look like her.
That's right. I actually swapped you.
My
It's
God.
perfect.
It's like
It's beautiful.
Face Off, the
It's the
movie.
best work I've ever done. All right, Colin, are we gonna do you now?
Yeah, do me up.
I'm part of this, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the one rolling with?
No, he's rolling with advantage
Okay.
unless you want to roll. Fuck.
No, I can
And
just help. I'm happy to help.
Kogi's guidance again.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're like reveling in it.
Oof, that was
And then I don't care.
that almost was not that good.
Oh, it's still pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
D4 help, maybe. I'll put it over the top.
There it goes.
There you go.
Oh,
A
yeah.
20 and a 24. Those are pretty
20
good.
and a 24.
Yeah, you're looking over
through when it
Tehran,
matters.
and you're able to kind of cover up some of his blemishes on his face, and he looks like he has alive.
Such
Uh,
glow. Have
so
you been
Richard
drinking
Nixon?
water? Have you eaten eggs?
I would never.
Do you
My
have
God.
more
I
than
would
one egg?
never.
Today
does,
he had,
food does not agree with me.
behold, the power of 2 eggs.
The problem the whole time has been that I don't eat. I need more nutrients.
My God.
Tehran looks like he has a really good disguise. So
Good. I'm glad we've
All right.
done good work here, gentlemen.
All right, I guess while
Yep.
you guys break camp, I guess we'll ride ahead.
Is that the
Alright,
plan?
hold
We're like
on.
going in separately?
Wait.
Oh, no, they're
Wait,
going
wait,
to go and then come back. They're supposed to
Wait,
kind of
wait,
grease the palms,
wait,
sort of. Wait,
No, we don't need to go.
Who wants Fox's cunning, or not Fox's cunning? What's charisma? Eagle splendor. Advantage on charisma checks. Who's gonna be
What's
doing
the
talking?
range?
go.
Yes.
I think it's just the duration. I
I
think
just
it's
get a
touch-
duration. I just have to concentrate on it. It's a touch. It's a, you get it for an hour.
Oh,
So
that's
long
kinda
as I
cool.
concentrate.
I guess
You
I'll
gotta
take
make
it.
sure you gotta make sure you make it all the way to town in an hour, but other than that, you're fine.
Yeah. Can we do
And
that?
I'm still not wearing armor. I'm wearing common clothes, my leather gloves.
How long is the ride? We're just right outside of town, aren't we?
Yeah, we camped in like the Neverwinter campground, something like that.
On an off ramp.
Pretty much.
It was a
Just
park and ride.
Here's
Come
Here's an
on.
over. Here's an overpass.
I'm not gonna park. I'm not gonna camp in an off ramp. Jeez.
All right. There
It's a
you
park
go.
and ride.
So what is it?
What's that?
I'm not sure why I did that. But it did.
What do I-
You just get advantage on all charisma throws.
Oh,
And
nice.
apparently you get 5 temporary hit points.
No, that's only if you get Bear's Endurance, where I give temporary hit points.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Cool.
All right, cool.
All right. So who's heading off first?
Nicola and I.
All right. You guys head down the road. You guys begin to head down the road at this point, right?
Yeah.
You guys are on 2 horses.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we have 3, right?
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
You guys have
Yeah.
3 horses and 1 cart. 1 covered wagon cart. All right. Heading down the road. You guys have noticed a little bit more traffic picking up today as you're getting closer to Neverwinter, and kind of as you come up over the hill, you see the gates of Neverwinter down below, and there's a little bit of anxiety going on, and you're getting ready, and you get to the gates. You come up to the gates, and I ask, what do you do at this point?
Check to see if they go ahead.
I was gonna say I message you and I say how do we want to do this so that we get our story straight? Do we want to try and bribe them? Do we want to try and convince them that we have some secret thing that nobody can know about?
That's kind of what I'm trying to plan out, right? That I'm thinking is we're just going to go in like, hey, ignore us. And that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's good.
And see what they need from me to make that work. That's my plan.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
So we'll run right up to the guard station that obviously they're
As you guys come up towards the gate, it kind of seems like there's a line going forward of people going into Neverwinter. And then kind of as you're coming up to the gate, the guards just kind of seem to be in a joyous manner and just kind of allowing everybody in through the gate. And they're kind of giving a glance over at some of the carts, but they don't seem to be appearing too much. They seem in a pretty good mood today.
well, I mean, we're
There's
pretty.
probably, at this point, there's about 5 carts in front of you, and as you guys keep going, there's 4. There's 3 carts in front of you. At this point, you're about to head in through the gate.
All right, we'll pull off to the side and talk to the guards real quick.
Yep.
Okay. You pull over and you pull up and you're stopping and kind of stopping the line behind you.
Well, no, we're getting off to the side to let the line through.
Okay, you pull off to the side and you let the line through, and the guards look up and a little bit abashed that people are stopping to get out and talk to them and whatnot.
Who's in charge in this area, real quick?
Looking around, you probably see 4 or 5 guards visibly just kind of hanging around. You see one that has a little bit more plumage, if you can call it that, to him.
Sir, can I get a minute of your time?
I'll give you 30 seconds. What's up?
I hold out my hand and my little crest is there. ignore me the next time I come through with my friends.
Make me a persuasion check.
With advantage because of Eagle
Yeah.
Splendor.
Yep.
Advantage because of what?
Yeah,
And Eagle
enhance
Splendor.
ability.
Okay. Goes to you and he says, "My friend, do you know what day it is?"
I don't actually. I've been on the road. I've lost track of time.
It's the eve before Wintermas, of course.
Oh,
no. Barely looking at anybody coming through here. Why? Put that away.
Just wanted to make sure, sir.
Men keep their secrets from their wives. I'll let you keep
Ooh.
yours.
He says, where are you staying in town, boy?
I feel like we're gonna have to put makeup on him now.
Makeover.
Oh, good God! Now I'm gonna have to take pips in like deception just so I can make up everybody.
That guy's sus.
Yeah.
It's so sus.
All right,
I
and so
saw
we're
he
gonna
was
write off on
following
that
me
one.
around.
Wah, wah.
So he looks like you got a little bit funny, and as you ride off, and shakes his head,
He's
kind of.
checking out that ass.
These tourists.
Yeah. So. All right, you get back to camp, and everybody's waiting for you.
We'll hitch up
Cart's
the
all
other horse.
loaded
then.
up, and
Hitch up the other horse. I'll continue riding mine, I guess.
all right.
Yep. Would you like me piloting the cart?
That has normally been the case.
Okay,
Hey,
because
before we sorry, didn't mean to cut in.
because I figured that guard saw me with Alex, so if anything, if we get into trouble, I can try and help talk our way out of it.
Yep, that's kind of my idea.
Okay.
I can sit shotgunny too, as a charisma person.
Yeah, I
Cool.
will not sit up front, and I'm gonna be kind of actively making sure all my armor's off, and kind of stashing some daggers away.
Before we get going, I pull out my 2 sending stones and I'm like, do Alice, you should take one of these. Does anybody else want the other one in case people get separated?
I'll take it. I've got the best
But
way.
you have
You also have messaging though.
Mhm. That's why I think I should. Oh, that's true. I have.
maybe
I can take
Quixotic?
it. That might not be a bad idea.
Okay, so Alice and you can have one then.
Yeah. So I've still
like-
got the other one from last time. So just give yours to her
Okay.
then.
I'll kind of nudge you a little bit, Quixotic, and I'll be like, "Do you want my skirt?" And it's like it's
There's-
as an
there's like a-
aside, so it's quiet. So I
there's
like,
like,
I
a
don't.
pause for a minute, and he goes, yeah. So, I imagine we would both have similar cloaks at this point.
Yes,
And
and
as
I
we're-
have that. I have like peasant garb on over,
Right.
So I have the breastplate on, but I just like unbuckle the leather of the fringy skirt thing and pass her over, and like try to keep it safe. Dav Post got me this. And I really like it.
I will make sure it stays all right. If anything goes wrong, otherwise you get it back at the end of the day. I'm supposed to be wearing a loincloth under this, yes? I'm kidding.
I'll never tell.
There's a pause for a minute. He goes, "That boss, I'm going to need the bar." No, I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, so I'll kind of slyly take it and I'm kind of trying to get kind of baggy with like a cloak and whatever, so that whatever's underneath it you can't really see. And then otherwise it's mostly gender neutral garb anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, so then armor is off. The bow will stay in the cart along with the quiver. I'm just gonna stash daggers wherever I can get them to fit.
He.
That's why I need the skirt for easy access.
Oh no.
All right.
With
And
with some deception laid out, you guys ready to head out?
I will kind of poke Kohi for a second. Say, if things go terribly wrong, I am going to attempt to drowse him off. Just buffs the hell out of me as I go, I guess, and we'll go from there. I'll meet you. Worst case scenario, I meet you in Luskin in 3 days' time. If I don't make it, I didn't make it.
Alright.
Doesn't give a shit.
Doesn't give a fuck. Is the best response I could hope for. So
Very matter of fact, is Kohi.
I appreciate it. So, yeah, so that's what I say. I say buffs the shit out of me, and I'll meet you later.
And with
All right.
that, you
To
guys
the
hit the
gates.
road. You guys make your way down the road towards the back towards Neverwinter. Davos, I'm assuming you're leading on a horse.
Yep.
Followed up, you guys have both horses hooked up to the cart now?
Yep.
All right. You guys start kind of falling into the line of travelers heading into Neverwinter. And as you come to the gate, you see the same guard that you saw before, Delphos, and he smiles and gives you a wink as you begin to pass through. And
We get through the gate. I just start shaking my head. God damn it.
you get to the gate and you start shaking your head and smiling, and you look back and there's a little bit of talk and murmur as this covered house, small house on wheels, goes through the gate. But he sees you looking back at him and gives you a nod and nods the cart through. You guys get to the other side, and you see a very joyous side of the town of Neverwinter, and everyone seems to be happy. There's like an air of electricity running through the air as people are beginning to prepare for winter miss. And kind of looking around, and you guys continuing on?
Yep.
All right. Go over here. And so as you guys make your way into the streets of Neverwinter, you guys entered into Neverwinter.
God damn, I forgot how big this city is.
Yeah. You guys entered in. Do you guys see that or no?
I saw it.
I saw the ping.
Yeah. So you guys entered in the
Southwest of
west
sorry,
corner.
go ahead.
Yeah. And as you
Oh.
enter in, you see a number of. You hear the town criers calling out the news of the day. You see posters advertising toys and trees, and you hear one of the town criers go, "Adventuring party wanted, where large sums of money offered.
Oh,
See?
man.
See Happy Joy Toy Company."
Well,
Happy
Intriguing.
Joy.
Like,
that's intriguing.
Are we testing? Are we testing toys out or something like that?
We're gonna be QA testers for things like.
We get the new
They're
Dragon
Don't you
Battle
choke on
toy.
this?
They're
I don't know.
They're cursed
Swallow
toys.
They're
cursed.
toys. We want to make sure that didn't backfire and the curses are too strong.
Yeah. Well,
Is your
I'm
hand
just sitting
supposed
in
to
the back
fall?
of the cart. Are we like hidden underneath something, or are we just
We're-
in the cart?
We're like covered.
Okay.
it's a covered wagon.
There's like
It's
a.
a
I meant like,
wagon.
are we covered, or are we just sitting in the back of a covered wagon?
I think we're
I
just.
assume you're just sitting.
Okay. Okay.
We're also very like well disguised.
That's true. I'm just making sure I know what state we are in.
I'll start falling back a little bit more. Like pull somewhat even to the cart and be like, we're going straight through, right?
I bump one of the guards. I'm like, is there a ferry still that goes from Moonstone Mast back to the Leviathan again? There was when I was here many years ago.
Ferry to the Moonstone Mask. There's. He thinks about it and he's like, the ferry runs every once in a while, but in these winter months, it doesn't. Trying to get through the chop of the winter waves it tends to bend its to port its to dock at port more often than not.
That is fair. Thank you. That's my lad. Okay, onward.
I'll kind of lean forward toward the like driver's seats and like peek through the tarp and be like, is anybody gonna check out that toy bullshit?
I mean,
Do we want?
do we want to?
Do you want to? I heard money.
Yeah, it turns around. I'm like, I
Probably
thought we
so.
wanted to get through. What are we
Alex,
doing?
not getting a pony.
They said large sums of money. I'm just trying to be helpful.
There's also large sums of people that want you dead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, are we going to stop and do this, or are we going to forge straight ahead?
I thought, didn't someone say they wanted to stop at a shop or two or something like that?
Heron said that, right?
Are we in a shopping district?
I figured we would gather a grocery list for someone to go check out a store with our sums of money that we have now, at least.
Well, let's we're continuing in and away from the guard tower with regular traffic. Just keep moving.
Yeah.
Down the road,
We're
down the
moving
main
down
drag.
the road. It's just we're
Main Street,
discussing while
Neverwinter.
we're doing it.
This is a big city.
Yeah.
It's no fucking joke.
I suppose I could put you guys on the
Is-
map.
We're probably gonna come out here. We're just trying to do a point A to point B kind of thing.
Hang on, where are you thinking we're gonna come out?
Jesus.
I'm thinking
By
like
the, by the
Wing
Shard of
River.
Night or whatever? Oh no, by the past Blue Lake there.
Because
Got
we
it,
came
right.
in here, and it's just gonna be winged wyvern
Yeah.
coming around
We're
into
not
here.
Cloak
We're
tower.
not
There's
going through
cloak
Castle
tower.
Never.
How else do you
No, there's an around,
I
I'm
want to
sure.
sightsee.
That's the
Dolphin
only
Bridge.
way across the river. That's why I
Yeah.
asked the guard if there was a ferry.
TripAdvisor said we have to go check out the
We can avoid it by crossing the
House of
Dolphin
Knowledge.
Bridge. It's one of the few bridges left.
What bridge?
There's 3 bridges.
Wing Bridge.
Yeah, but
Sleeping
Winged
Dragon.
Wyvern, Sleeping Dragon both take us essentially to the castle. We can avoid it by going through Dolphin Bridge.
Let's go to
I
Dolphin.
know, but we still have to get the Wing River.
It is Castle Never adjacent, so there's still going to be heavily fortified issues
know.
there.
I'm giving us the best option of the 3. That's all.
I agree that's the best option. We still have to get to the Wing River first.
I will say, Alice, you do remember that you're growing up. Your house was in the Blue Lake district.
Also, the
Blue
Hall
Lake
of
District?
Justice, like where the Justice League lives.
Blue Lake.
Damn right. Why wouldn't they live there?
So we have 2 big bogeys that we have to deal with: Castle
Yeah.
Never and Blue Lake.
And we can't get across any other way.
There
Oh
is-
shit.
there's-
What gate are we going out?
Oh my.
Which one?
God.
Now, DM just basically told us we can't go anywhere near here. So this is out.
So you couldn't go near there. That's
no,
your
that
decision.
is still the fastest route, and they don't know we're coming.
They would never expect us to go straight through Blue Lake.
Right. Would never suspect.
They just
it.
look out on the lake, and it's just like 3 horses swimming and a cart behind it, like.
Well, that's strange.
Hmm.
I mean, I
The
have
only other
piloted
option we
ships.
have is we can try getting over to. We can get a ship across.
Asked that. They said no.
It just
Well, can we take a
DM, is
ship
there
somewhere
still a-
else?
Is
Like,
there
up
still
the
a
coast?
chasm in the
The-
southeast part of the city, or is that closed?
That chasm right there.
Yeah.
The chasm is mostly closed up at this point. the reconstruction that's been going on has mostly closed up the chasm that was there.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you say there was a chasm straight through the middle of town?
Over here.
Yeah.
I've not been to the city before.
Well, you've never been to cities with chasms in them?
I've never been to this city with a chasm before.
This is number
What did
3
they fill it in
attraction.
with? How deep was it?
Bodies. I mean,
I have so many questions.
just filler.
You're not
You ever-
wrong.
You ever driven past the road and it says free fill? They raided the countryside for all those free fill places. Just
You look them square in the eye and say magic. And then you
Magic.
leave it at that.
I mean, yep.
I mean, he wasn't lying about the bodies.
Yep.
Well, I think we should stay on the move. I feel like the most direct path might be the smartest path. If I don't look like me and I'm also in a cart, I feel fairly safe. If you guys need to stop off somewhere, if you see a shop, I'm not saying
where are the shops, by the way? Someone want to peg them on the map?
Pick a
Is
spot.
there like a
Cody.
shopping district?
what I
Oh
know.
no, the best one is right in the middle of Blue Lake District. Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Okay, so who has experience? So Kohi, you have experience in Neverwinter, right?
Yep.
Teron and Alice, you guys do.
I'm a s- I don't know. I probably had
I
more
mostly
Yeah.
hung out in the
Tapos.
Protector's Enclave. I didn't go much across the river.
Yeah, I
But
was.
my house is across the river.
Well, until.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
will say I probably have the most because of who I am.
And you guys would
Kohi
know that
knows.
kind
He
of like
knows.
this area, kind of along the road. I mean, that's kind of like your main, like the main thoroughfare. Going through the Protector's Enclave is kind of you'll find shops along that road. There's smaller shops with more eclectic things, kind of in random spots throughout the city, but a lot of your bigger shops are kind of on that main road.
Well, let's head down that main road.
Does anybody want to
Well-
grab the flyer from the toy store?
We don't have time.
We
We
do.
don't
We
have
cannot
time.
stay. We
I
cannot see the
read-
biggest. We cannot see the biggest rubber band ball here. I'm sorry.
I read
Last
like
night
it
a
in,
5 out of
Correct.
5. I mean, when are we going to be back from Neverwinter? I mean, come on.
We'll be back one day. Don't you worry.
Eventually, but like as much as I say we should do this because it sounds like a lot of money and money's nice. We should
Eh.
because that gives us more time to be spotted.
Are you upset because we're level 5 and we don't have a floating castle?
Let's go when you're like.
'Cause
level
I
7
am.
and level 8.
I'm upset about that.
a floating castle assaulted me and my family.
All right, going down the road.
I'm gonna keep signs. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for anything that looks like a shop was crushed underneath it.
Oh God.
That's a good spot. Yeah.
Does he, Rob? Does he come so far down as to come to Neverwinter and Waterdeep?
It has always been my assumption that he just fucks around wherever he wants. And so theoretically, unless there's a wizard running the shop that's powerful enough to tell him to fuck off, I imagine he just crushes any upstarts.
Wow, is he the Monopoly?
Rockefeller style.
Yeah.
It's a regular capitalist.
Right.
All right, boys, buy him out. And they come in and just start kicking things over.
Yes, his competitive advantage is to crush, literally.
I crush you.
Any
I crush you, you lose.
Instead enough to not be crushed.
pulverize.
Back to the shopping list idea. Did we have a shopping list? Did
No,
anybody
but we
send
could
shopping lists
populate one.
to Keelan or anything like that? Or
Nope.
all right.
It's more just kind of if we see something that we need, like a weapon shop or
Shiny objects.
I would love to
Like-
make an attempt at a magic weapon, but I don't think we've got the money for that. So
Magic weapon.
We might. We'll see. We'll see what's
Um,
available.
Well,
All
money
right, so
you
we're
say
pretty-
you need, huh?
I'm
That's
pretty
odd.
positive we don't. Oh wow, I wonder if we can get money somewhere.
I wonder if there's something we could do to help remedy that.
We just
Well,
passed the toy shop. I mean, I bet there's a lot of weapons in there.
Couldn't we just-
Are we tourists or are we
Good.
Are we
we're moving down the
transients?
road.
We're moving
down
along.
the road.
We're walking. We're taking a path north.
Yeah, like
To the
we're
city.
going. Yeah,
All right,
I'm
we probably
assuming
made it. we
Keelan,
probably
do I
made
know
it.
of a? Do any of us know of a place we could swing by specifically?
we're like going through here. Do we see anything?
And yeah, and there's shops along the way like that you would know that sell items. I mean, like, you guys haven't had the cash to buy magical items before, so you haven't really done a lot of window shopping for that sort of stuff, I would assume. But I'm assuming if you
However,
ask,
I just thought of this. We should hit a clothing store.
We need warm clothes.
For-
Yeah.
I thought we were doing that in Luskin.
Are we doing that in Luskin, or do we want to do it here?
I mean, that's
So we need
Luskin's the
warm-
place where supply and demand have a big problem, isn't it?
Yoo-hoo.
That's like the 4th episode in a row we brought that up.
I
Reference
love
that
it.
single
It's good.
scene from that movie.
It is arguably the best scene.
you have not seen a single scene.
No, I said that we've referenced that
Oh.
single scene.
Yes.
4
Um,
times. Yes.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
It's from
You
Frozen.
do
Frozen.
too.
Have a couple
Yoo-hoo,
kids,
make
Alex.
someone
God
blow
damn
out.
it.
Oh,
You
God damn.
Obligatory. Obligatory.
This is
Frozen
what I get
comment.
for not having kids. Okay.
Everybody get it
Thomas,
out of your
kids.
system, and then let's move on.
And then we're
Court
moving
of
on.
Lutefisk for good feelings.
Son Papa my own bitch.
All right. So as you guys are going down the road, you guys kind of right about where Monty is. You guys see a large 5-story building with a sign on it that says "The Happy Joy Toy and Tobacco Company, the Northern Region Headquarters, Neverwinter."
Of course, it's both of those things.
Boy and tobacco.
Gotta get them early.
Yeah.
Like,
Baby smokes a
here's-
lot.
So, out of character, this is what I'm thinking. Like, do we just bypass an entire plot hook that Keelan built just for today?
No.
But it's so hooky, though.
It's
It's got
so
all the
hooky.
barbs.
I'm hooked.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm hooked.
Grumpy
Do
dad.
it. Roll with
Do
the
it,
adventure.
okay.
Grump-
I'm
Nicola
addicted
likes
to the
porno.
nicotine
We shouldn't.
and toys.
You know all the teddy bears are stuffed with tobacco leaves.
Yeah, they smell so
And
good.
cocaine probably because at that I'm assuming that
Addict for children. They're addicted.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
I'll stop the cart.
Fidel Castro just
I
runs
want.
it.
I mean, toys.
All right,
There's a
we'll stop
pause
the
for a
cart
moment.
because we're good Samaritans.
And we go.
We're good Samaritans. We're
Wait.
going to help. We're going to help the tobacco and toy companies succeed at their endeavors.
Maybe.
I will say this sounds like a bad idea.
Duly noted.
All right, whereabouts are our characters on this
Monty.
on this big ass
Monty.
map?
We're on
At
Monty.
Monty. Okay.
Yeah. Right there, right where you're standing, is the 5-story, the large, tall-looking building that has the Happy Joy Toy Tobacco Company flag on it.
Alice, did your dad have any dealings with tobacco or toys?
I mean, he dipped his toes in everything, but I don't know.
Dipped his toes in toys.
He was more of a protection guy.
Monty,
I go.
don't use our names, please.
What do I call you?
Mr. and Mrs. Underhill.
Yeah.
Adam Underhill.
Mhm.
So
And Jeeves.
Jeeves.
also fine.
And Jeeves.
All right. So you guys are getting out, going into the toy
Yep.
company.
Here we go.
Yep.
All right.
We should not. Everybody probably should not get out.
No, I'm not getting out.
Yeah, I do. I know, but we shouldn't leave the cart unattended.
I know, but I think what we should do is send in the 3 people that can talk their way out of a paper bag.
Yeah. I like that.
Okay.
Arr.
So then Kohi. So who would that be?
That'd be me, you, and Nicola.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll
All
stay
right.
at the cart and watch our
And
our cargo.
Yep. You're the visible person. Everybody else is tucked away. Okay.
I'm the
That sounds
face.
good.
That's fine.
Like it. All right.
Walking in through the door, you see motivational posters and adverts for for the dubious, virtuous, happy joy products along the wall. You see a advert for a teddy bear that really smokes. That catches your
I
eye.
had one of those as a kid.
That really
This brings me
smokes.
back.
Baby smokes a lot.
Yeah.
Looking around, you see a small little boy with a wooden crutch counting out his coppers
Him? Is that
behind the for the toy that he's trying to buy. And you hear him say, 1 copper, 2 coppers, 3 coppers. And he's continuing to count higher and higher and higher. You're sitting there waiting. You're waiting to be helped at this point. What'd you say, Nicola?
Do I see like his parents around anywhere or anything, or is it just him?
You see no other parents. You see no parents around him. Just him trying to count up the coppers to the woman behind the counter, showing very little interest.
And what is the cop? Is it 10 copper to a silver?
Yes.
I
Let's see.
I sneakily slip him a couple of silver.
He will get stabbed on his way home for that silver.
Or you can
You
just
killed that boy. You don't
You
hand
have
someone
not
a wad of
taught him a
$100
valuable
bills in the
lesson
hood.
of saving
His
and
Yeah,
earning.
He's on
we're-
your
He's gonna get
hands.
Charlie bucketed for sure.
Yeah.
He's gonna have emphysema by the time he's 20.
Omar's coming.
Omar, you watching the
He's gonna be
wire?
walking,
That's
he's gonna be walking down the street in his new
started.
Nikes and get just
Yes.
smoked.
Anyways,
Main character.
Sean slips him this over.
So are you slipping it into his pouch, or are you slipping
Yeah,
it into?
I just try and get it into his pouch without him knowing.
All right, make me a sleight of hand check.
All right.
Do we notice this?
Are you gonna do the Dave Chappelle?
I will give him advantage. I see that he's trying to do a good deed.
All right, I'm glad you said that right before roll.
Yeah, right. All right. One more. Oof.
I tried.
Nice.
Ting, ting, ting.
Yeah, you just hear clink, clink.
Hold on. Then
He looks at you as he's trying to put the coin up there, and he can barely reach the countertop. And he looks down as you're putting your hand into his pouch.
This man's handing out money.
What? Excuse me, sir. That's my pouch.
I said, oh, sorry, I slipped, sir.
My mistake.
My mistake. And I
when you pull out your hand, there's nothing in it. That's perfect. Yeah.
and I slip him. I'm not gonna slip him everything. I'm gonna slip him like 2 silver.
Okay. He continues to count out, and you see him pull out a silver that you had recently put in there, and he's like, "Huh. Some shopkeeper must have given me the wrong change. I'll
Sean,
have
you
to,
gotta wink at him now.
I'll have to go back and figure that out."
You just gave that guy a chore.
Way to go. You gave him a puppy for Christmas and now he's got to take it back.
He's I very nonchalantly wink at him. I guess I heard him say.
Is this nonchalantly enough that he's gonna notice it?
He looks up and goes, "You want to come back to my covered van, my covered wagon?"
See, this is why I was just gonna wait and then pay it off at the end.
I'm sorry.
After about 5 minutes of him slowly pulling out what ends up being 12 copper, he finally the shopkeeper goes, "Okay, Tom, thank you for your business. I hope you enjoy this tiny wooden horse."
This pack of smokes.
Yeah,
Wooden horse. The brand.
they're menthol for your enjoyment.
That's the name. Of
Unfiltered
the
wooden horses. Menthol. for
Tiny
your
wooden horse
enjoyment.
brand menthol cigarettes.
And as you look at the horse, it's a tiny wooden horse, but where the seat is, it's open and looks like you could probably put a couple of cigarettes in there as like a cigarette holder, essentially.
The mane is just tobacco leaves.
So
Snus goes in it.
he looks to her and he says, "God bless you very much." And you see him kind of hobble out of the store as slowly and epically as he can.
You just hear, "God, that's good," as he walks out the door.
That's what I needed. Oh man.
All right. And the receptionist, kind of looks up at you and she goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes. I heard somebody calling for a band of adventurers.
Oh, you hear about the advert? Okay. Well, Mr. Happyjoy is interviewing somebody else right now. If you guys like to take a seat, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to see if anybody else would be willing to take the job.
Do you have a brochure or a job posting about what we're doing here, or we're just here to talk to Mr. Happyjoy?
Well, I don't know too much about that. Mr. Happyjoy definitely tries to keep his cards close to his chest, but if you'd like me to let him know that you're here waiting, I can let him know.
Yeah, you can let him know. And I guess something else. That little boy there, is he a regular customer? Does he come in often?
She looks to you and she smiles and she goes, "Tom, that sweet little boy, bless his heart. He has so."
Tom's a 40-year-old halfling.
That's like
He's got 3
creepy
days
Besson,
to live.
right? For halflings, it's
He's got meta magic cancer.
no, he's got meta magic cancer.
She looks to you and she says, "Tom is such a sweet little boy. He saves all his copper every year to save up enough money to buy his dear old father a present for Christmas or for winter."
He reminds me of my nephew back at home. I have a nephew about his age, but I noticed he's got a crutch and he's walking. Is he sick or is he?
Tom, he's always had the crutch since he was a little boy. I'm not quite sure. I try not to delve into the medical issues of others.
Yeah, that's right. HIPAA and all that, or what do they call it here?
Poor tiny Tom has a little jar over there. His parents are saving up for a magic surgery.
He's got a GoFundMe jar. GoFundMe crock.
Yeah, exactly.
GoFundMe crock for tiny Tom.
March of Silvers.
Oh,
March of Silvers. March of Electrum.
March of Electrum, exactly.
Okay, we'll
So-
go.
Works out because 1 in every 10 thing you donate actually makes it to the child.
All right. So she offers gestures to the chairs. They're kind of laid out in the kind of like the waiting area and in the shop. And she leans her head into the back and kind of looks up as almost as she's like trying to yell up the stairs and whatnot. And she yells, "Wait ahead! Wait ahead! There's another group waiting for you!"
Oh, he kind of picks his head up. Like,
And she comes back over and sits back down and continues. She picks up paper and continues flipping through it. About 15 minutes pass, and you see another group of people kind of come down. You hear them actually coming down a foot of stairs behind the door, behind the back room, and out walk another smaller adventuring party that look to be. You look at their faces, and like there's almost like a fear and disgust as to what they may have just heard or seen. but like they walk out the door, and you hear her say, "Ha, guess that's not the one." With that, she says, "All right, Mr. Quentin is ready for you. If you're ready to go up."
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll go up.
All right,
We'll
heading
go
up the
upstairs.
heading up the
Who's
stairs.
Is it just the two of us outside in the cart?
Kohi's out there too.
No, Koi's out there and Quixotic too, or are you in with us?
Yeah, I would stay outside.
I'm just keeping an eye on our potatoes over here.
Mm-hmm.
My cabbages.
Oh God.
Yeah, like a couple people got that reference.
So heading up the stairs, you find it's a circular set of stairs that heads up. Not just like one flight of stairs like you thought it might have been initially, but you're heading up and up and up, and you think you're pretty much going to the top of the 5th floor of this building. And kind of as you come to the top of the stairs, looking around, you see a large room with a number of toys, kind of half-built, in different levels of completeness. Along one of the walls, you see a large kind of portrait of a man smiling in a purple suit. He's holding a bunch of colorful balloons, and underneath the picture, you see a plaque that says Quentin Happyjoy Sr., founder of Happy Joy Family Toy. Kind of looking around, you see sitting at the desk underneath one of the big round glass windows, you see a man sitting there kind of with his legs kicked back. It says, "You guys are the next group?"
Next group? How many have you had?
Yes, sir.
You see him kind of look up and think, and he goes, "Too many to count at this point. There's not a lot of people that are willing to take this on."
Is it because of you or is it because of the job?
Probably a little bit of both, if I'm being honest.
That's very forthright of you. Mr. Happyjoy, anyways, let's go into your office and talk details. What are you looking for? What can we help you with?
He looks to you and he says, "Well, how much do you know about the Santa fella?"
Santa? Is he a rival toy company, or is he I don't know, like a politician you're trying to like what who's Santa who? Santa Barbara?
Well, he looks to you
Santa
and he
Domingo?
says, "So you guys aren't from
Santa
around
Maria?
Neverwinter, huh? The past few years."
Have any of us known?
I think actually all three of us are not from Neverwinter originally.
Yeah.
That's planning.
So he looks to you and he says, "The past few years in Neverwinter, there have been presents, toys that been appearing in people's houses here in Neverwinter, with little labels that say 'From Santa,' and well, turns out people getting free toys around Wintermas tends to eat into my competition a little bit, and I've been working to try and figure out who this Santa fella is, and I'm looking to figure out how he's delivering all of these toys to children in one night."
So you're looking for us to help find out who this Santa guy is, or?
Well, I mean, like, we kind of know his location. He's we've kind of tracked him down to like the northern reaches, kind of up along the spine of the world. But all the scouts that we've sent up there to kind of explore and figure out more, they have not returned. We've only received a briefest of notes by Sending Stone that the entrance to the Santa fella's area lies in a glacial crevasse. They've seen lots of flying creatures and enchanted barbed wire, candy mines, and something unclear about a no man's land. I'm really
Is this
hoping
Kim Jong Santa or
They call it Santa's Murdertorium.
It's,
Now,
Democratic
else
People
imagining
Republic of the
Neptune
North
from
Pole?
Futurama?
Yes.
Yes.
so I'm really I need to figure this out because my businesses have not been doing well with this Santa fella handing out toys.
Tried social media, marketing, advertisements. I mean,
Well, I advertise for you guys to come, for adventurers to come and help solve this problem. That's my advertisement right now.
I usually
So-
use Twitter, but the bird outside died.
the word bad.
So-
Santa's reindeer ate it.
Your ad said something about a large reward, right?
Yeah, it's it's been eating into my bottom line enough that I need this problem solved, and I need it solved fast. I can offer you 250 gold up front and another 750 gold upon completion of the gathering of information for me.
Does the gathering of information entail anything besides information, or are we just what are we looking to do here? What's your end goal with this mission?
Well, I'm really hoping that you can figure out how he's delivering all these toys to these children. If you can obtain this technology somehow for me, that would be phenomenal. And well, I guess ultimately, if you're able to take out this Santa fella so he can't deliver these toys, that would be helpful to me. I'd be very grateful for that.
What I really want is if you could just kneecap Santa. Not
we-
saying kill him outright.
Was there like a bonus if we take this guy out, or is it
Are we seriously considering killing
Payable on-
Santa?
on
Is 1,000 gold per person not enough for you?
I'm sorry, did you say per person?
Per person.
Hey, we've got some extra people in the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holidays are very, very.
Is
Well,
there
this
a
this guy
limit
sounds a
on the
little
people?
like a large. So, I mean, I don't know if I'm signing up to take somebody out here, but I mean, information and knowledge sharing and and that sort of thing, I'm kind of all cool for. I don't know about. I'd need to judge the disposition of this fellow that's giving away toys to Tiny Toms and such like that to see what kind of character he is before I make that call.
And based on your description of what'd you call it, no man's land, we might need a couple of extra hands. So you said that was 1,000 per person.
I've budgeted for a group of 7, up to a group of 7. But
That's
you
what
guys
we got,
are what,
so-
a group of 3?
Well, yeah, we're a group of 3, but we can fill out the ranks as
We
we
know
go
a few people.
along. We know a few people. Yeah, we can fill that out. I mean, and I guess if we do it with less, that's all for us, right? We'll take the group of 7. So what can you tell me a bit more about this this no man's land area and exactly where in the spine you chased him to?
Well, we haven't gotten our mages here at Happy Joy are able to transport you up there. We can get you probably a couple miles out from the crevasse, a safe distance away to kind of so you're not thrown into the thick of it right away. We wouldn't want you to die outright. You lose your money and I lose my adventurers. But we how quickly can you be ready? Can you be ready in an hour?
We could be ready in 20 minutes.
Well, it might take us a little bit of time to go track down some additional people, but yeah, how about an hour? Give us an
Okay.
hour to go see if we can get agreement on this. And just to be clear, you're looking for information on the technology, and you're looking to figure out how he's doing this and potentially disrupt his operations if possible.
I want you to figure out how to do it. If you can figure out how he's doing it and then steal it, that's even better. If you can figure out how to do it and steal it, and then if you kill him, well, that's a bonus, I guess.
Bonus. Yeah, got it. Cool. All right. Yeah. So where should we meet you back here in an hour, or?
Well,
Yeah, we'll meet him back here in an hour.
So you'll meet back here in an hour. And he goes into his desk drawer and pulls out 3 sacks of gold and puts them on the table. He's like, "All right, here's your 250 gold up front. If you aren't back in an hour, that 750 gold that I was going to give you for completion will now be a 750 gold bounty on your head."
Understood.
So I need you back here in an hour. And when you're, do you have cold weather gear, or do you need me to scrounge some up for you?
If you have cold weather gear, that would help.
That'd be perfect, because that's
quicken
probably what I was going to spend most of my time looking for.
That help quicken our turnaround time.
I can have, I can get some stuff prepared for you guys. You guys, 7 creature. How big are the people that you're going to be picking up?
Oh, about the same size as us.
Okay.
Maybe get one extra large. Maybe get one extra large size.
He looks to you. He's like, "All right, I can get you 6 regular size and 1 extra large size."
Just imagine like cold weather gear on Kohia is like when people knit dinosaur sweaters for the shelf.
So he tosses the bags of gold at you, and he's like, "All right, 1 hour."
1 hour.
All right.
We'll head down. We'll meet the group. All right, so here's the deal.
Let's pull off to the side.
Yeah.
Because we're waiting in a loading zone.
Did he give you guys 250 gold for each of us up front?
Each of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave us 3 for us. I'm assuming.
Did he give us 7 250s or just 3 250s?
I think he
Did
gave
he give
us
us
Just
7?
3 250s.
Okay.
I assume what's going to happen is once we get back up there, the other ones are going to take their 250.
Yes, that would be the agreed upon. So anyway, we relayed the details to everybody else. What's everybody's reaction?
So this guy
This is Madam
gives
Underhill.
children toys, and this man wants to do what to him?
Well, he went as
Disrupt
far as
operations.
saying disrupt his supply chain. Up
So
into murdering him. He's a devilish dude, but he's offering a fuckload of money.
I'm going to say this out loud, and I understand this might be morally questionable. For 250 gold, he's going to pay us to transport us to the place we're trying to get to and bypass all of the issues we're going to have with this town. And we just don't come back.
Well, we could.
But it would be 250 gold a piece on each of us at that point.
That's great.
750
And a bonus.
bounties,
And we
probably.
get where we need to go, right? And we
I
just
believe we
wave
have
at
to
this
come
guy
back.
as we go by and don't come back.
Then
For
we-
the
we'll just-
record, he may have said the spine of the world, but you have no idea where in the spine of the world he's going to transport you to.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay because there's a problem getting to the spinal world anyway, right?
I thought it
So
was
we're
the
just gonna be
Democratic
north.
People Republic of the North Pole. But
Well, this was what I was going to suggest is once we get back, we pay him to have his wizards transport
oh, that's an idea.
where we need to get to go. We just bypass this whole area.
The amount of money that man is offering us, I don't care. Let's steal and kill whatever competition he has. It's preparation for where we need to go.
This would be a good trial run to see how we handle in cold weather.
I will say I am supremely uncomfortable killing somebody who gives toys to children for free. Unless
I
we find
agree
out-
with you. Quick
I
thought.
agree. We're not
I
going to
didn't
kill
say you
him.
had to do it.
So at
He
the end
didn't
of
necessarily say we had to kill him. He said he wanted us to steal the plans and the information. He said he
he's-
wouldn't bother and be upset if we killed him, but he didn't necessarily say that was required for the reward.
Yep.
He said he wanted to know how he did it. If we can get him the stuff, that's even better. But he said at the end of the day, he just wants to know how he's doing it.
He's also
So-
offering to outfit every one of you for cold weather, which is
And-
another thing we don't need to pay for.
Yeah.
Why don't we try to do the nice part of it then, Quixotic?
Who knows? Maybe
And you don't
the
have to
Jolly
do the
Dude's got his
mean
own
part
story
if it
too.
comes to it.
I do not want to cripple his operation. We can find whatever he wants, but that's where I draws the line.
I agree.
And I imagine crippling him would be part of crippling his operation. Just
I agree.
putting that out
I
there
have-
to be clear.
Yeah.
No, if you kneecap Bill Gates, it doesn't stop Microsoft.
But it could be something.
Why don't you go ahead and put that into action? Let's see what happens.
Santa is the operating system. This is the only way it works.
pretty much, right? Yeah,
All right.
it is a one-man team.
After probably about 5 minutes of arguing, we've got 55 minutes to go get whatever the hell else we want, and then get
I'm not
back
harming
here.
Santa.
That is accurate.
It's just not happening.
I'm with you.
All right. I don't
Right.
think we should go shopping until we complete this task. I mean, we're essentially going to be handed more money than any one of us has ever seen.
Is that
He's
just
got
true?
a point. We
Why
could just-
shop? Why shop before your payday?
I mean, we're good right now, right?
All right, let's go. I mean,
Yeah.
will we need food? Or we don't, I mean, we've got food, so fuck it, let's go.
Yeah. Let's do this.
I guess.
Do we want to like mull for a little while, or we just want to go? Like we did tell him an hour, and we're like 5 minutes. We
doesn't
show back up.
know.
Well, here's
I
the
grabbed
question:
the-
Does
I grabbed
anybody?
4 guys I
Keelan-
saw on the road were ready to do this.
Yeah.
I will make some perception checks just to make sure we're not A, drawing attention, or B, drawing the wrong attention, because that's the whole reason we were going to have problems in the first place.
Oh, that is true, isn't it?
Just back the cart
Yeah.
up to the loading dock, and then we'll get
No,
out.
it doesn't matter. I want to make sure that they're not like just staring at our cart while we're sitting outside.
I was part of the
or-
city watch. We're fine.
Yeah, make a perception check.
I
For
will
who?
do that.
For him.
Me. What number did that land on? Oh, there we go.
Good one.
It sounded like you literally rolled the dice on your laptop.
Yeah, looking around, like people are looking at you. You guys standing outside the shop, but not anything that is. They're just kind of like, oh, there's the next group. Oh, let's see if they take him up on Quentin's crazy adventure.
Okay, so nobody looking at us out of the ordinary. Got it. All right, then. Yeah, I'm good, I guess. Then,
Okay.
with my stipulations in place.
Well, here's the question: Does anybody have anything they have to do to get ready? Or like, I don't know, magic
no-
wise.
I do not have any sort of magical weapons, so if he's magical, that's going to be a problem. However, I said I wasn't going to kill him, so it won't come up.
Yeah, that
Uh,
will never be a problem we need to deal with.
Exactly.
I was talking more of like, does anybody cast anything? It takes a long time.
Oh, well, I will say that I am not from a cold weather climate, so I hope this cold weather gear is good because I'm going to freeze my ass off.
I
We're gonna get rob a pack of hot hands.
want to do this.
Exactly.
I want to do this before we go.
There we go. Good. That's a good idea.
We have a
You-
scroll of
you
that,
ask-
right?
Do you worship
Oh,
Cannibal?
Scroll of hot hands.
Yes,
I have
we a
heat
scroll
metal.
of hot
Rob,
hands, you
I have
ass.
heat metal. If you're concerned, I can.
That actually, I think with
That's the most
prestidigitation,
broken
I
spell
can
in the game.
with
hold on.
prestidigitation, I can technically be okay because it says I can warm clothing. So as long as I do that often, I'd be okay.
Kohi, what are you asking and who are you asking?
I'm asking my
He's asking God.
I'm asking my sticks of whether this is a good idea.
Got a
or not.
mission from God.
Yeah.
God.
You
God of justice, by the way.
yeah. You
Wait.
throw your
Leadership?
Justice? The scales?
The God of justice
Fire?
is also the God of death.
Yeah,
It's
Kalimdor.
Kalimdor.
Oh.
throwing your bones on the ground and looking at them, and kind of the street goes quiet as you kind of focus in on them, and you hear joyous music playing. It's happy music. It's getting louder, and you think that it is a good sign.
God of justice wants this Santa person dead.
we gotta murder Santa. Your God said so.
Santa's trafficking something now.
Santa's sneaking worse drugs than cigarettes in those.
The right
it's
thing
worse than
to do.
tobacco.
It's worse than tobacco.
That's why all the kids are running around like.
Yeah, it's
Just-
microtransactions in free-to-play games.
Right.
There you go.
Right. Santa's in league with the credit card companies.
I will leave this. I lack the vision for this quest, but I will leave it to my God. Says this is a good idea. Okay.
Says it's a great.
All right.
Right
Let's do
then.
this then.
So where are we gonna park this cart while we're gone? I don't
Right
think
here.
they have a loading dock.
Well,
We're
we
just
can
gonna leave it in the
can
street.
Look
Where's the
around,
tow-away?
and you do see there's a horse stable, kind of on the backside of the toy company.
factory. What
Yeah.
a toy factory have a stable?
Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. I was worried we were in a towaway zone.
We're not in an
Come out and there's a
airport.
boot on the
It's in
wheel.
it's in the white zone.
Exactly.
Oh, they booted the wheel.
All right, so heading back inside with all 7 of you now, with your horses tied out front.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
We walk up to the
usually a receptionist, the
receptionist, clerk.
clerk, the person who's selling the toys. She's like, "Oh, well, that's a quick hour. Looks like you have found a few more for your adventuring party. I see."
Yep, we have.
Yep.
We have the 7. We're ready to go. I think we do want to get the payments. We'll speak to Mr. Quentin or Mr. Happy Joy.
And she says, "Mr. Happy Joy is waiting for you upstairs."
There's a pause for a moment as he goes, "Is the toy company dude's name is Happy Joy?
Yeah.
Is it a
Yes.
family name?"
Yes.
Probably
Yep.
married him and killed Mrs. Happy Joy for the control of the company.
Was his father
Joy.
Happy and his mother Joy, or is it a family name where it just goes down the generations?
Yeah. That's it.
This is going to throw me off. Let's just move
no,
on.
No, this is how it's gonna go. We're gonna meet Junior. Senior started the company.
Now, was he Happy Joy, or did he marry Joy and he was happy, or vice versa?
Family
Doesn't
name.
matter. Let's go.
Up the stairs.
Up the stairs.
All right. You head up the stairs, and Mr. Happy Joy Jr. is waiting for you guys to come back up. As he's waiting, but he's looking outside of the big circular glass window behind him, kind of down at the people behind him on the street, and he goes, "Well, that was fast. It looks like you guys are ready to go."
We don't mess around when it comes to adventuring. We're ready to take this thing seriously. I know you mentioned I know we were pretty quick. Did you have enough time to pull together the cold gear and the remaining bags of upfront money?
He turns around and gestures at the desk, and there are another 4 bags of gold sitting on the desks. This is said, the gold was easy, and the people, my employees, are just pulling together the last of the cold weather gear for you guys. Is there anything else that you guys think that you'll need before you leave?
How do we get back?
Oh, that's a great question, isn't it? And with that,
How do we signal you when we're done or get extracted?
Never had to bring anyone back this year.
I was just gonna assume you succeeded and see what happened this year.
He said, he looks to you and he says, the people who work for me, have developed this, and he kind of pulls it out, this snow globe, and you kind of look at it, and it looks like a model replica of the Happy Joy toy and tobacco company building inside the snow globe. And he kind of shakes it around, and he says, well, the snow globe, when smashed, will open up a temporary portal back to our building here, allowing you to come back when you need to.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Okay.
He
So
says,
pretty. It's a shame to destroy it.
he's like, there's more in the gift shop if you'd like to purchase one on your way out.
Oh, I'm going to.
Do they all bring
I
you
think
back
we're
here?
gonna amend the deal and need 7 of those actually.
I've altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it.
Go ahead.
He looks to you and he says, I'm sure with the gold that you'll have on your return, you'll be able to buy as many snow globes as you would like.
All right.
And with that, he says, if you guys are ready, you can follow me, and we can go see our sorcerers and verify if they're ready or not. So you follow. He kind of opens a door that you guys didn't necessarily see before, and you guys he heads through it. You guys follow?
He's a witch. Yes.
All right. And so you guys kind of follow him through the door.
Quick, before we go out the door, can we make a perception check on in the room to see if I notice anything interesting, suspicious, in at all? Like,
Yeah, you can make him a perception check, but looking around, you don't see much. It's a pretty sparse.
There's no like papers
office.
on the desk or plan to
There's
Duke,
this.
Tiny Tom.
Just says "gotta off Santa Claus" and there's a big
Cut
circle
off
around
Santa
it.
Claus.
Looking around, I mean, you see a small, neat stack of papers on the desk, a small magical Newton's cradle there, and a slate tablet that looks like he would use to write notes on.
It's got Pornhub on it.
That's about all you notice looking around. There's not a lot else going on in this office.
All right.
Is this a new
figured.
business, or is this a person that any of us would be familiar with?
I mean, you guys have
Personally,
heard
no.
of, and like the Happy Joy toy and tobacco company has been around for. This is the second generation owner, Happy Joy, Quentin Happy Joy Jr.
Yeah, you play with a Smokey the Bear when you grew up, right? Yeah. I mean,
Do I know to be suspicious of him?
And he sells toys that are usually smoking accessory toys, but they do bring joy to the children.
Different times, man.
Different times indeed.
gotta put it in his context there, Colin. Come on.
It's
I was wondering
totally
who
okay
you'd
because of
expect to
that.
get blocked somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, all for money.
All right.
Just
So you guys follow him through the doorway, kind of into the room on the other side. You see, looking around, you see 5 mages kind of standing around what looks like a relatively large teleportation circle. And there's another two apprentice-looking types that are kind of frantically running around trying to grab any last cold weather gear laid out on the tables in front of you guys. He looks to you and says, "All right, well, if this is all you need, then I'll head back, and my mages will take the rest. We'll get you set up and ready to go."
All right.
Who's
All
got,
right.
Who's got the snow globe?
I do.
Okay.
I'll take my sack with my armor in it, throw it on the floor, and start putting my armor back on.
Yeah, I will also have to put mine on before we teleport.
I don't don any of the cold weather gear.
I
putting all that
absolutely
stuff
do.
on.
Oh yeah.
I put it on too.
Do I feel like it's going to be sufficient for my needs cold weather wise? I've heard it is very cold up north, and I grew up in a very tropical climate.
It is going to be very cold up there, but you think that even for the fairest of light-skinned creatures, or thin-skinned creatures, that this cold weather gear will likely be sufficient.
Okay.
They're preparing you guys for success. Whether or not you guys are successful, that is your own prerogative, as
Either
one
way,
of the
we
mages
got-
says to you.
250 gold and 3 clothes.
We don't need to be wanted though.
We're already wanted.
We don't need to be more wanted though.
Fair.
All right, I feel like I have prepared myself with winter gear.
Indeed.
Yep. Into the teleportation circle we go.
Eh. The mages finish drawing the last of the circle, and as they finish up, with the final sort of sayings, the chanting begins, and with a bright flash, you find yourself deep with a view of snow and ice. As you look up, an icy plain stretches out in front of you. A bitter wind is howling around you. It's dark, but your way is lit by the stars. The full moon, an incredible aurora above. About a half mile ahead in front of you, you see a huge cliff of ice stretches hundreds of meters into the air. A wide, jagged crevasse cuts into its base. You see many figures in the distance in front of its opening, but none appear to be moving.
I love the Christmas music. It's nice.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fully expecting Robert to break into what's this.
I was waiting for him to say, and they call him Sandy Claus. All right. Okay, so that's where we are. There's a bunch of just dudes out there, it looks like.
There's a bunch of figures kind of standing off in the distance. You can't quite see them. It's a ways off yet.
Oh.
Looks like a
It's dark,
Anybody have
but
anything
Looks like a perfect opportunity for fireball.
Yeah, right. Does anybody have anything that extends their vision? Like,
No
I don't
longer.
know, a telescope
No, we
or
don't have a spine glass.
a spyglass?
Nope.
I might actually. No, I do not.
It would be very uncommon if you had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's very expensive. I was just curious. Okay. We're not this far away. Are we further or are they that distance?
You're further off, but I didn't want to make a map that was a half
Hundreds
mile
of-
away.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, do we know which direction we're supposed to go in? Probably the direction of the figures.
That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, and the crevasse that you guys see off in the distance is kind of out behind. You guys, I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know how far out you can zoom, but it's kind of in the south, in the lower left or lower right corner of the map.
Okay.
I
Well,
should
yes. We should head that way, shouldn't we?
Yep.
I'm for it.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Do we think roughly how far? Like miles or wheels or
I
leagues?
said like half a mile.
About a half mile.
Okay.
About
Alright.
4 fathoms.
4 fathoms. We're going
Several
through the
knots.
snow.
A
It's
league.
parsecs, right? But we're measuring
Yeah,
in
I'm-
time.
Positive it's parsecs.
Okay. So you start
Alright.
walking, and it takes you probably. You start walking, and the snow is deep. You're trudging through it. You're working at about like deep out here. You're working at about a half hour or so. To kind of walk this half mile. As you kind of come up closer, you see that the figures in front of you just appear to be snowmen. There is a large, what looks like a larger snowman kind of out front, but kind of from where you're at, it just looks like Santa has decided to make it some decorations out front.
Should I
In phalanx formation.
should I
We
just
need-
try and put one between the big guy's eyes, or what do we want to do here?
Should we talk to
Have
it?
you ever been suspicious of a snowman before?
I've never been suspicious of a man that gives free presents to children before.
Fucking should be.
Where does the money go from? What is his angle? What
How
does
is he getting into the damn houses?
This is the appropriate
natural.
response where you say magic.
That's not.
Just Santa's a second story man. He just does some just
You're
beanies,
literally
everything.
ruining my entire. You're literally ruining the entire plot for when we got back there. I was literally gonna look at him in the face and go magic and walk away.
Yeah, exactly. How does he get in? Magic.
You don't think Santa has ulterior motives. You are short-sighted.
You just teleported us halfway across the fucking planet and you don't know how he can do it? Just because you got 6 guys helping us out. All right.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right. Well, okay. I guess why don't we just walk up and talk to them then? I'm sure that'll be fine.
Why would a
Well-
snowman talk back to us?
It might be a sentry. It might be like a golem.
Should we try to go around and see
Magic.
if they alter their formation?
Sure, let's avoid the phalanx of snow people.
I bet you it's like one of those paintings that keeps following you.
Settling. Can you imagine 24 snowmen who never break eye contact?
Two
Oh.
dozen snowmen that just about
More than
face
a
every
dozen.
time you move.
That way, I would
Just,
be nope.
No.
I'd noping out of there that immediately. Okay. I mean, I don't know. We can
Let's try and go
approach them and
around, I
see what they.
guess.
We could try to go around them and see what happens.
All
Yeah.
right.
I just hate to assume that everything is always hostile.
Why do you
They're
think we're
friendly.
still
Does anyone
alive?
have like a
Yeah, I
minor,
guess.
like some sort of illusion spell that can kind of?
No,
What,
sir.
I mean, I could kind of.
I did swap one of my cantrips with the last one for minor illusion.
I have minor
Oh.
illusion as well.
Could send something in it.
Or we could
Sure.
just kind of cover
Torch.
our tracks and look like snow.
Eh,
So,
big,
single file
big
style
hulking
to hide our
turtle
numbers.
is not going to help with that matter.
Let's just
Um,
try
No,
to
but between
avoid
the
them.
two of us, we could
That's-
probably cast a pretty good like dome of illusion over us.
How thick are we in the snow or are we on the snow?
The snow is packed down. It's probably fresh powder on top. You're looking at about 8 inches or so.
How
Okay.
much blood is in front of all of the snowmen in the
So
Are they carrying weapons?
From where you're at, it doesn't look like there's any blood.
if I'm walking on the snow, can I do it silently or is it just like
You looking to Legolas that stuff, or
I mean, you
yeah,
can try.
exactly.
I have
I'm
a sneaking
gonna.
suspicion that the snowmen get bigger when they roll over the corpses of the thing they kill. The more they kill, the bigger they get.
That's
Just-
fucking terrifying.
They're
Speaking
full
of
of
which,
blood and viscera.
do you want a stealth check? Do you want a acrobatics
No.
check to do it dexterously? I don't know. What do
Make
you
me a
want?
stealth
2
check.
miles away, aren't they?
I don't know. I want to see if I can get a little bit
I
ahead of
thought
us
DM.
and
I
try
thought
and go
DM. I
around.
thought DM told us that.
Yeah, they're
but
miles away. We're just
We ap-
taking
I
a
thought we
different route.
approached.
Yeah, I thought you
Okay.
guys were approaching, and you're probably 100 yards out or so.
Oh, damn it!
Oh,
So
That's
these
yeah.
guys really like gelatinous cubes that got dropped off here, and they're just sucking up the snow and the sticks.
You know they are. Okay, so like to get to, let's say, here, I guess. Either that or to the north, behind the north one.
Okay.
I guess. Does that make sense? To at least try and move around and see what happens? I'm asking the group before I go wandering off on my own.
I'll watch
Well,
you.
Yeah,
Ain't going
like
anywhere.
we'll watch it. Yeah.
All right.
Dylan, is this all flatland, or are there any hills or anything? Or
Got some icebergs.
And there's some snow drifts kind of indicated on the map with like the iceberg looking things. But overall, it's pretty barren, except for the large glacier that kind of looms off into the distance.
All right. I have a question for the DM then at this point.
Yeah.
There's a spell called Prestidigitation.
Mm-hmm.
It specifically says you can soil an object.
Okay.
You should.
Would you allow me to frost an object as it's a
snow.
type of dirtying? I just want to see if I can change the color of my clothing to better match the surroundings.
I mean, you guys have been out here for a half hour
So
or
it's,
so
it's
now.
frosted over
Yeah,
anyway. So it doesn't
looking
matter.
at you look down at your cloak as you think about trying
Okay,
to do
well, then I'm good.
prestidigitation on it at night. You are pretty well frosted up.
Then I'm good. How about that stealth check?
You shook up the can of frosting.
That's it.
Oh, you
Oh
red
no, your red light.
it's the first one. Wow.
Been a bit. Well, see you later. We'll wait here.
All right, what are you doing, Kieran?
I don't know. I'm not afraid of snow, so
All right, what are you doing? What are you doing, Robert?
I'm sneaking.
All right.
This way.
I'm sneaking.
Did my
Hey, I'm
roll?
sneaking, boy.
Hey, I'm sneaking. There it is.
I'm sneaking.
I'm sneaking
Rolled it
here.
like 30 seconds ago. Hey, I'm sneaking here. As he yells out. He says, "What are you doing? I'm sneaking here."
Alice will ask Turan if he has ever seen any snowmen before in his icy travels.
Spent a lot of time on the spine, but I left as a teenager to go to Luskin, so anything like this I haven't been around long enough to have any kind of experience with.
And no insight on this Santa creature?
I'm gonna dive roll
Can't
there.
can't say I knew the generosity of something like that when I was here.
Hmm,
Sorry.
just asking.
All right. Quizotic, you think at this point, you haven't seen any movement. Actually, make me a perception check.
I will do just that. Watch me go. Yeah. That'll probably get it.
Yeah. At first glance, it doesn't look like they look like snowmen. Large piles of snow. But kind of as you get closer, you see probably close to 50 figures in neat rows. And while they may look like
Did you
bunch
say
of snow,
50?
5-0.
there's 50 total figures.
Okay.
I didn't want to put 50 things on here for fear of breaking this.
Yeah.
Upon closer inspection, it looks like some of the piles of snow appear to be kind of moving slightly back and forth, just kind of like in a holding pattern and whatnot. Kind of at the distance that you're at, the being night, and your light source being kind of the moon and the aurora above. You count there's probably about 4 or so that you see moving.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden you notice the big one in the front starts kind of going and exploring around a little bit.
With his beady fucking eyes.
What do they
Alright.
look like? Do they just look like stacked sphere snowmen?
Yes. From where you're at, it's hard to say. If you want to get a little bit closer, I can tell you a little bit more.
What about from where I'm at?
I bet he has a corncob pipe and a button nose.
Question is,
And
do
two
we
eyes
just
made out of coal.
attack or do
Yes.
we go around the abominations that we're looking at right now?
Well, there's 50 of them and a large commander. We should probably avoid it.
I would encourage that. So yeah,
I
I'm
agree.
trying to do my hand signals. Is anybody?
I just
who's got-
messaged, what do you see?
So yeah, I relay that. So there's some of them probably aren't moving, but there's plenty there that are sentient, or I don't know about sentient, but have some sort of programming. They're moving. They're doing things. I don't like it.
Okay, snowmen are alive.
Some or all?
Some at least, if not all.
Mm,
Alright.
There's a lot of them out there. So
They are alive adjacent.
should we follow around?
If we
I
cast
think
darkness
that might be
on
the
an
best
object,
option.
if we cast darkness on an object, it follows us attached to an object, correct?
Yes.
I don't know if that works anymore, because that used to be the case for silence, and I know they changed that. But so
No,
that might be
darkness
some-
does work that
I
way.
think darkness
can do
doesn't really
light.
work that
We
way.
can do that for light for sure, but
I no longer have the darkness spell.
I do.
If the point you choose is on an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the darkness emanates from the object and moves with it.
Well, there you go.
ooh,
Well, we could shield our group in a sphere of darkness. and
how long
run
does darkness last?
An hour?
Holy
Or not
shit.
an hour. Is it 10 minutes? Or a minute? Sorry, 10 rounds?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, holy shit.
Wow.
I mean, we could cast darkness, run 2 clicks, and then keep running.
We can try that.
Yeah.
I won't be able to see where we're going. So, but there's like 3 people in the group that can guide
Yeah.
us, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For
There's,
now.
all right. Because I won't be able to see either.
Well, it's your darkness spell. Can't you see in your darkness
Yeah.
spell?
If you cast it, you can see in it, right?
No, I have to do something special, and I kind of want to hold those right now.
Okay.
Huh.
Actually, you know what? No, I'll use it. Yeah, I'm gonna use my 2 sorcery points. Cast darkness on.
Well, I mean, we can all see, so we're just running through the snow. So
Well, there's 3 of us that can't see in here.
yeah,
Okay.
but we're
I have
just
special
running,
goggles. I'm good now.
You
running
can see
through the
magical
snow.
darkness.
I don't think
maybe
you can
not
see
magical.
magical darkness.
Alright.
Yeah.
I put my goggles on. I still can't see
We ain't seen shit.
shit.
I'm assuming like if shit goes south, we're just gonna drop it.
Oh yeah.
So
I
so
hope
we'll
so.
drop the darkness. So yeah, don't burn your sorcery points yet. I would say.
I have to if I want to see it. Otherwise, I just have to cast it.
Yeah.
Points. It's actually easier for me to get those back.
All right. Do your
All right, I cast it on me.
something's moving. Okay, and
Frosty made kicks out for sure. Up, he's just patrolling.
patrolling. Did we do the darkness thing?
Yeah, it's on me.
Okay.
I assume everybody's just.
What is my
We're
moving.
range for that? I might just check out, stare real hard at big man while I'm waiting here.
Okay.
It's just a creature I can see.
I
I
say, oh
assume I
fuck.
can see him, right?
Eee.
Looking at him,
Never mind.
right before the bubble of darkness gets to you, see a creature that has coal eyes, a carrot nose, and 3 blue
Blue
gems
eyes
that
made out of
line down its chest,
evil.
and 2 arms carved along its sides.
Ooh, what kind of
It
gems?
wears a smile widely.
He seems friendly.
Full of teeth.
I'm a read his brain, but really. Give me that deception check then, I guess, before the dome gets to me,
Okay.
just in case. Have him beat a 24.
Yeah. You have you
I have that snow person dead to rights.
yeah. What is the range on that?
It just says that I can see. It does not give a range.
Okay.
It just says that I can't have disadvantage on the roll. So it has to be within my weapon range to do the attack roll.
Okay. Looking at this snow creature, as you attempt to kind of look into its mind a little bit, you get the sense of
Oh, I was just talking about the attack thing. I'm not reading its thoughts.
oh, you're not reading it.
I'm just prepping it for the inevitable arrow to the face.
Okay. Yeah, it does not.
Oof.
You know exactly kind of where it would be.
Okay. All right.
Keep moving.
God, it keeps moving. All right, so we're gonna continue to try and sneak around this
Yep.
phalanx of
Yeah.
fail here. All right, so I can't see anymore. So someone else is probably gonna have to lead us.
Yeah, I'm kind of purposefully on the other side to try and more or less herd people.
All right. I
I'm
kind of.
staying on the backside because that way there's more dome to cover.
So hold my hand out for someone to kind of.
I
So-
grab it.
Alright.
Just so I know, how big is the darkness circle?
15 feet.
There's a
Oof.
radius though, right? Not
Yes.
diameter.
okay,
so-
okay.
15-foot radius.
That's okay. So I try and I guess I'll touch the people around me.
Okay.
Warlock's in the front. I'm in the back.
I will attempt to use my audio cues, and in case we're getting snuck up on.
Alright.
Disadvantage
Okay.
perception for listening for stuff. then, I
Should
guess,
one
right?
of us who can see roll perception?
Yeah.
And
Can can you assist if you have disadvantage?
I don't think so.
No.
Can I assist him because I can also see?
Sure. I could
Sure.
assist you, and then you'd get my bonuses.
But I can't
Oh.
see. So
Okay, I'd be
whoever's
down
got
for
the
that.
best perception.
I guess I don't know how your wisdom is, but
I only have a +1.
okay, maybe I'll do it.
I can't do both. That's the problem.
You're assisting me though, so I'll go advantage.
Yeah, I got you. Also, where
There
are
you
we going? Are we going down here?
No, we're just going all the way around them. There's more ice behind them.
We
Would
need
it
to end.
roll?
We need to end up in
Okay.
or near the crevasse, is what we said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going like on the back side of them, like bottom right.
Yep.
Ish. Okay.
No, we're just going straight, like straight east from here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's any more map.
No, if you get to the going towards the east, I mean you're coming up on the glacial wall, and as you look up, you see way up in the distance, kind of patrolling the skies, kind of where you're at now. With the look up, you see a number of flying kind of creatures. Kind of at first glance, they look like almost like deer. some sort of like a small horse.
We have to climb this.
You did.
Oof. Yeah,
I don't have a
we'll
problem
climb it.
anymore, but this still sucks for you guys.
Climbing blind is gonna suck.
You
Yeah,
guys
probably,
looking at it,
probably no.
looking at the wall, you guys see kind of off in the distance a kind of a small glow coming out of the crack, the crevasse in the glacial wall.
And that's
So-
directly behind these things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Let's just go for it. If we
All
gotta
right.
kill him, we gotta kill him.
Let's give this. I say let's give this guy a second to get around to the front, and let's go.
Okay.
Well, in that
Uh,
case, let me get
oh.
over here.
Are we gonna charge? Let's. What he's gonna make his rotation run again, but are we gonna charge for the gap? Are we gonna
I'd
just
say we
assume
just-
that we're gonna fight these guys and just approach it and get the sneak on them?
Yeah, I
say
think
we
that's the best idea.
we want to fight all these guys.
No, we want to make it to
They're
the
not
crevasse.
hostile towards us yet, though. So
Yeah,
what do we
that's
think's gonna happen?
you know. I think as long as we stay in darkness and don't bump into this guy, we'll be okay.
All right, so let's
Give
just
it a
sneak past
shot.
them.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any opinions? I guess we're talking.
I think I'm good. Let's go.
Let's do this then.
All right.
Mrs. Underhill.
All right, so I'm in dead center. Everyone is just around me.
Are you guys doing this stealthily, or are you guys?
I hope so.
Are we in a dark? I mean,
Well,
We're-
that's vision.
We're in the
not
darkness
noise.
bubble. We
That's
can still
true.
move stealthy.
Yeah, I guess I would be trying to.
We are
move
attempting
We
quietly.
should
to
because we'll still make crunchy
sneak
noises.
past them.
Group roll. Woo!
We're all giving each other advantage.
I need
I'm gonna
everybody to make a
try.
stealth check.
Is that a thing?
A group
No, it's
skill
not.
check? Oh yeah, it
No.
is.
Oh no, I'm saying we give everybody else advantage.
No,
Yes,
but we've
no.
got somebody that can give guidance out.
Oof, that's a good one.
You gonna touch everybody? How often can you do that,
Oh,
Kohi?
Just roll, guys. Just roll.
All right, rolling. Yay!
Kind of as you guys come around the edge, you guys are in blackness. There's this sphere of moving blackness, and the largest snowman gets to this point in his rounds, and, and he sees this sphere of moving blackness kind of come around this pile of snow, and he hears crunching of snow underfoot. And he says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Oh, it's sentient. Oh, cool. I dropped the darkness. Oh,
Uh,
I didn't know you were
Well,
sentient.
maybe not. We could have persuaded him
uh,
that we were a flock of black.
Winter misses tomorrow. You'll have to wait for your presents until then. Shoo shoo, be on with you.
Oh, our apologies. We're just trying to figure out where we are.
Well, this is Santa's.
Santa,
Workshop.
I know him.
I'm sure you do.
Wait,
I've heard stories of Santa. And
You're
I've always
kidding.
wanted to meet him.
Well, Mr. Saint Nick has a fair amount of work to be done tonight in preparation for Winter Miss tomorrow.
Yeah, we're here with a delivery.
no, we're
He looks over to one of the snowmen and he says, "You go get it." And one of the snowmen comes over to you to pick up the delivery.
Sorry, this is a very sensitive delivery. We were told not to give it to anybody. We need a signature for this delivery.
Santa's signature.
Or Mrs. Santa or Santa's number one elf. I mean, we just can't deliver it to any random snow person of the snow nature of the snow beings
Has to be an adult.
in the front. I'm
smell
sure
a
you
deception
understand.
check.
We take our job very seriously. It looks like you take your job very seriously. You know, we're all just trying to get through Wintermas because Santa's give us, our toys. You know, he sees you when you're doing your deliveries, knows when you don't give them to
Sees
the
you.
person they're supposed to sign for.
And
Sees
he
you
knows
lying
if
to
you're
us.
lying or not.
He would. You're not him. He would.
He looks to you and he says, I'm under strict orders to not let anyone through here. As he preps for tomorrow night. You can hand me your delivery and be gone, or, well, I'll make you be gone.
I mean, I understand you're trying. You look like you're doing a really good job here, and I don't want to disrupt you, and I don't want to bother the big guy, right? I don't need to bother the big guy, but I do need to deliver this somewhere that looks like it's not a snowdrift. I think that would not put me on the good behaving list if I did that. So we came a long way, right? I know you guys probably don't get a lot of visitors. Came a long way. Gotta see this through. So.
Well, this is the end of your trail then. You either hand it to me, or let's roll for initiative.
Oh,
you
somebody
gotta get
give
down
him
to
a hand
business
grenade.
up here.
Pick up them
I
bones.
almost I had this great idea to get out of combat. I had this great idea.
Boop.
What is it?
It's too late now. Don't worry
Well,
about
just
it.
say it. Well, I want to worry about it.
had
It's
this
done.
great
I was
idea.
gonna be like, we're lost. We don't know where we are. Like, we just come in and warm up before we have to trudge off again.
I mean, could we give you the delivery
I could
and
just
then
pick my fucking seeds out of the sausage.
warm up inside afterwards? It's pretty cold out here. You guys have a warming room that we can sit in?
Warm up in your
if I give you the
blood.
delivery?
Pick
Snowman
your
and
character.
Okay.
He's already said roll for initiative. It's too late, now,
Yep.
guys.
Or roll for initiative.
Let's do it.
Frosty's here to fuck
Let's
you
go.
up.
Kitty snowman. Kitty snowman. Kill him up.
I
God
tried.
damn it.
I tried, Kohi.
What?
I really did.
No. Take a
Fuck
goddamn-
yeah.
Awesome. Mine's
Stop
more
eating
awesome
all
than
the
everybody
fucking
else.
mustard seeds out of my
Mine
sausage, you dickhead.
sucks. Oh, yours sucks too, Kohi.
Yeah. Well,
Look at me.
We had the
Frosty's gonna-
same number. I just have a
That's
little bit better.
smattering of numbers. What the fuck?
It's either 20s or single digits.
Variance is real.
All over.
That bell curve is no joke.
All right, who are we missing?
There's no bell curve. It's very even.
And I can do an
Okay,
attack.
we are or are
bonus
not
action
still in
and an
darkness.
extra attack, right?
Nope,
And
We're
then-
not.
dropped
He
it.
popped it. He
Started
dropped
wrong.
it.
Master?
Okay.
Also,
Just double checking.
Keelan, do we know what we're on? Like,
Nice.
Snow and
like,
ice.
would we know if it's like a frozen lake or just like snow covered, just land, or?
Yeah, is it tundra or is it water underneath? It's 8
Uh,
inches of snow.
Looking around, you assume with a glacier kind of in front of you, it's probably a frozen tundra.
Go pack, go.
Okay.
Oh, good. I was worried about there for a second.
All right. Frosty's gonna womp us with his corncob pipe.
All right, Alice,
Unless Alice can just destroy it.
you are
He
up
goes
first.
Third.
I
Ooh.
think I have a question.
You okay?
So I recently achieved extra attack. My question is, could I potentially attack the little guy and then move and then use my extra attack on the big guy, or do I have to like move and then attack?
Nope, you can use both. You can switch targets.
Yeah.
There's a thing of, I saw it. It was like a meme thing. They did like Professor or the Layton, the lawyer fucking game on the handhelds.
Yes,
They did
Alice,
like-
you
they
can
did
do
like-
what you said you wanted to do.
Yes.
You would
Keelan?
need to end up
Yeah.
here so you don't get an attack of opportunity, though.
So you can change targets in the middle of the action of an attack, but you can't attack and then move and then finish your attack because both of the attacks are part of the same action, I believe.
No.
No? Okay. I didn't know you could do half an action and then move.
I'll send you the thing.
Sure.
Well,
It's actually a full separate action.
No, it's not. The extra attack is now. This is something different. Extra attack is worded as part of the action you use to attack. You can attack a second time.
Yes, then that would be the same. Sure.
so if I
If
want
you
to,
take an action that includes more than one weapon attack, you can break up your movement even further by moving between those attacks. For example, fighter can make it attack 2 attacks with the extra attack feature, who has a speed of 25, can move 10 feet, attack, move 15 feet, and then attack again. So,
See, I didn't think you could break up an action like that.
cool.
That's cool.
this
All right,
is
I'm
extra
gonna-
attack, right?
Yes.
For tonight,
That's
we'll go with
awesome,
it.
actually.
I'll look at your sheet and we can discuss at another time. So, if it changes.
Yep, it
So,
is extra attack.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna whomp that little guy right in front of me with my halberd. I'm gonna be
Alright.
reckless, but I'm not raging.
Okay.
We do.
Okay.
Because I don't want to waste it on the little guy.
Okay.
Don't
And I don't
judge
think I
her
can, like-
decision to not rage.
Well,
You might
That's
make
not
her
what I was
angry.
talking about. So you're gonna attack the little guy?
yeah.
Okay.
Recklessly.
Wait, shift.
Look at that. Look at that blue die. That's neat.
Yeah, I made a keybind to roll for advantage.
Yeah, 15 hits.
All right. Can you click the button? No, stop. You want to hit damage, don't you?
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Okay. As you slice through this snow creature, you like lop off a chunk of it. It takes the 10 points and continues to look menacing at you now.
Okay. And then if I move around him, like without leaving his reach, or does this leave his reach?
Nope.
No. And then now I can use my second attack on Biggins,
On Frosty, you can.
and I'm gonna attack him. What did you hold? Shift.
Shift. What? Why doesn't it work for you?
I don't know. I've got bad hands. Everything's fine.
And are you raging now or you're not raging? You're not raging now,
No.
right?
Negative.
All right. 21 hits. All right. And you take out a chunk of snow from Frosty.
And because I didn't use that bonus action, I would use my polearm master to attack the little one, please.
Because if you hover over here, and you're not clicked in this browser, it doesn't recognize that you're doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 hits. It takes an additional 6 damage of bludgeoning.
Dad? I kind of thought these guys are gonna be like little sturges. What's Dungeon Daddy doing to us?
It's making us earn our fucking 7,000 gold. He's got.
7,000. Yeah.
Christmas one shots. But they're not a one shot because you guys took way too long to get here.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm not working tomorrow.
I am.
Ah, it's stupid.
Eh.
Yeah, Alex did ask me, like, can we not make it a super late night tonight?
About that.
Sorry, buddy. Merry
Okay.
Christmas.
Okay, let's do this. I'll load up. I'll be okay. Let's do
There
this.
There you go. Ready
I
to go.
believe in you.
We'll get as far as we can, and we'll finish it up.
It's me then,
It's still
yeah.
holiday next week, so.
Mhm.
All right, Quixotic, you are up.
Let's see if Biggins can take it in the face.
Okay.
I hope. That'll do, probably.
Yeah, 24 hits.
And you get sneak attack.
And I get sneak attack. Where the hell did all my windows go? There it is. Needs to take from me 23 piercing damage to Big Ugly.
Okay. He takes 23 piercing damage as this as the bolt goes into him and kind of gets like sucked into the snow. You see it disappear, and he takes it.
Does it appear that he took the amount I would expect him to, or is there no way to tell?
It appears that he took the damage that you were expecting him to.
Okay, and then I will use my bonus action to do the perception check that I can do as a bonus
Okay.
action for hidden creatures to make sure no like top hats are like slowly shark finning through the snow to pop up behind us or something.
That's terrifying.
Isn't it though? Nothing's worse than your own imagination.
Okay. Looking around, I mean, you don't see any other, and you see all the snowmen that you see like 50 snowmen lined up, but you aren't sure. You don't see any. You don't sense any other hidden things.
I'm just hearing dun 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 dun.
Just hidden in plain sight.
just this freaking top hat.
Oh, look at that. We jumped from 21-19 down to 8. All right.
Frosty did nothing.
I know Frosty's up. But I was just amazed that we were 22, 21, 19, and then 8. All right. With that, it is Frosty's turn, and he is going to reach out and swipe at you, Alice. With a double swipe. So it's going to be a. Does
You'd have to all get to us.
a 26 hit? And does
It's the appropriate noise.
and does a 16 hit?
A 16 is not.
A 16 does not
Is
hit.
it me? 16 does not hit.
Okay. Oh, but it's rolling at advantage on you, right?
Did she
Yes.
attack recklessly?
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Okay. So the first one is a 26 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and the second one is going to be a
16.
25 to hit.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
don't do
God.
me.
Okay. So that's going to be like this.
Shit, the bad. What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Kill the big one.
All right.
It might be a hive mind.
So you take 10 bludgeoning damage and 2 cold damage
Dope.
as his arms reach out and kind of try and swipe at you. Let's say not restrained. He is then going to kind of come up on top of this snowbank, staying within Alice's reach, and is going to look down at this group of people that were trying to sneak around the snowbank, and is going to send out a ray at Monty. And so, Monty, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I was standing on top of him.
Super good at those guys.
I believe in you.
Actually, that was pretty good.
Okay. You save. All right. As this large snowman looks down at you, you feel this sense kind of come over you, but you kind of brush it off. And that is going to end its turn. Actually, it is going to disengage and it's going to melt down into the snow and reappear
Nope.
down here.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh,
Nope. 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 Nope.
And that's going to end Frosty's turn. Nicola.
So because it disengaged, I don't get to do anything, right?
I say that thing's going to give me nightmares for years to come. Thank you, Keelan.
No problem.
I am going to
Building
try and
this building
Eldritch
with my
Blast the
kids.
shit out of that thing with my newly powered up Eldritch Blast.
All right, let's do
Or the
it.
small one that's right next to us and can hurt us right now.
All right, so that's number one.
So are you taking Frosty or you're taking?
I'm taking
the little one?
Frosty.
Okay.
I did not like that he melted and reappeared.
Okay. Yeah. Your Eldritch Blast hits him.
And the second one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it impacts and you kind of see a puff of snow fly off of him.
Good.
Hmm.
And second one will also be directed at Frosty.
Okay.
Oof.
7 does not hit.
Some good damage on that.
That's a
second
fair.
one,
That's a
though.
great amount of damage.
Then
Man, that's brutal.
I think I. Yeah. I'm not in the little one's range, am I? Being back 10 feet,
You don't think so, but
5.
you don't know.
All right, I'll stay here.
Okay. Sounds good. With that, Monty, you are up.
Mm.
Oh, and I'm sorry, Keelan. The one other thing about my Eldritch Blast is that it takes 10 movement off of Frosty.
Is it if it hits though, right?
It's if it hits, it takes 10 movement speed until my next turn.
You can only move 10, or it
It
moves
10
10
less.
It subtracts 10.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. I am going to hex the dude in front of me. His bonus action.
Okay. Hang on, give me one second. I got marking Frosty with
Hold on,
All right, you're hexing the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
No, he moved back.
Yep, hex the guy in front of me, and then I am going to just ignore that roll. Then I'm going to slash at him with Talon.
Okay.
Booming Blade.
Okay. Yeah, 19 hits.
9.
Okay.
Plus, oh, sorry. Plus, since I hexed him, a D6.
Or just the 4.
I mean, we can take that one, or like that's what you do when you cast it. I don't know why it does it. Do you just do the one number every time, or do you roll the hex damage every time you hit?
Roll it every time you hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
4.
All right. Sounds good.
He's still kicking.
But thanks for bringing
He
it up.
is still kicking.
Shit. That was. I will stay where I am.
Okay.
And that'll be it. Bonus action, normal action, and good.
It is going to be the snowman's turn. It is going to. Alright, it is. All right, so all of a sudden you start seeing
Ooh,
one of this.
so sorry, I forgot to clarify with Hex, it's wisdom, by the way.
Okay,
It's
wisdom.
advantage on wisdom.
Okay. You start to see one of the snowmen off in the distance begin to move, and then all of a sudden melt into the snow and appear next to you, Nicola. You also see another one melt into the snow and pop up here. I should have marked these differently. And you see this one pop into the snow and actually pop up over here next to you, close. And they are going to attack with both of their arms, doing 2 attacks at you, Nicola.
Hmm?
And the first one, the red, yellow, orange, is going to attack first. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, and does a 9 hit?
No.
No, okay. So the first one is going to be 9 bludgeoning damage and 2 cold damage.
Okay, and I am going to point my finger at it since it did damage to me.
Okay. Do it. That hellish rebuke.
I say that's not very nice there, buddy. He has to make a. I'm sorry. He has to make a DC 14 Dex save.
Okay. Oh yeah, he did not make that. So he takes 14 fire damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. As it takes the fire damage, it looks like it has thrown him off kilter a little bit, and he looks a little bit disoriented. The red-blue one is going to take 2 swipes at you, Duffos, and does a 21 hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and does a 15 hit.
Oh yeah.
All right. So it's going to be what's it going to be? It's going to be 13 bludgeoning damage and 6 cold damage. All right, and the last one is going to what's he gonna do? He's going to try and swing at you, Monty, for one, and you, Alice, for the other. Monty does a 14 hit.
Nope.
And Alice does a 24 hit.
Yes.
All right. And so it's going to be a 7 piercing or bludgeoning damage and 2 cold damage.
Please.
Mhm.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
All right. Now with that,
Can you guess?
Tehran.
I don't know that spell.
Oh yeah, you're a different tiefling. You don't have hellish rebuke, but you got magic missiles cast at 7th level.
Tehran, you're up.
Oh.
Daphos, you're on deck.
No.
I will cast Spirit Shroud. Why does it want to roll? I guess whatever. And I will move to. Well, first I'll attack. Oh my god! I'll attack the one to my right.
Okay.
Does it want me to roll with advantage? That's fine. Oh, that's unfortunate. Does a 10 hit?
A 10 does not hit.
Okay, then I'll just try again.
Okay.
Oh,
A 9 does not
1.
hit either.
Okay. Well, I'll mark off. I still have the spell going.
Okay.
So, and
Where are
I
you?
won't move anywhere. I'll stay
Okay.
right where I am.
Sounds
Where
good.
are you?
What?
He's right above
Oh.
you. There
No,
you go.
he's on me now.
What?
That's what she said.
No.
He moved
I
onto you, but then he moved off. I don't know if your
Yeah, I moved off.
screen didn't update.
Maybe leggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Daphos, you're up.
All right. Well, couldn't do my first plan. So the guy next to me, give me an intelligence save.
Okay.
Whoopsh.
Let's do it.
she's good with the whip, that Tasha.
It nat 20.
Well, then it just takes
I'd be
half,
smart.
All right.
which sucks because this is one of the best spells ever.
What does it do besides there? Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Move
Oh,
an action
wow.
or a bonus action. It's only one of the 3.
Yeah.
That's
Like
pretty
slow with damage.
That's pretty awesome. Okay. Sounds good. Is
good.
that
A
your
lot of
turn?
damage. 3d6.
Just wrecked my shit, but if I walk away from it, it's gonna wreck my shit even more.
Gonna run your fade, as the young kids say.
I'm going to use a sorcery point and cast Mind Sliver as a bonus action.
Okay.
Give me another one.
Let's do it.
Didn't spell.
Thank you, sir.
That
May I have another?
It's only an 8.
So yeah, it took 6.
It takes 6 damage.
And you subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw.
Yep.
Huh.
All right. Sounds good. Kohi, you are up. My frosty friend.
Turtle is a little cold. We'll do it. We're gonna bless. We'll bless Alice, Quixotic, and Nicola.
Yeah.
So you all get D4s on saving throws and attack rolls.
Oh, is there a way to mark
Yeah.
that?
A little cross. I don't know.
No, I meant like in D&D Beyond.
There is not.
Ooh.
Actually,
Um,
inspiration.
Nah, I'll be fine.
And I'll use a bonus action to use my Eyes Misty Cloaks and Misty stuff. And I'll
There you
zoom.
go.
I'm gonna zoom
It's
over
not
here.
a bonus action, it's an action. Says right on the thing.
Just relax.
Why I didn't use it very often.
It is an action. It
Is
is
it an action?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I read it I thought I read it as a bonus action, but I guess I was
You
wrong.
use an action to pull the hood up over your head, essentially.
So then I'll just stay. I'll walk one step over this way. I'll do that.
All right. With that, Alice, you are up.
All right, I'm gonna probably leave this little fucker's reach because I gotta get to Biggins here.
In a rage?
Not yet. I got a plan, and I can't
Eh.
rage to do the plan. So
Okay.
I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Searing Smite upon my halberd, and I will attack Biggins recklessly with said weapon.
Okay. The snowman does make an attack of opportunity at you.
Great, I can't wait. You better make it count.
He did-
'cause I am.
Damn.
He
I
didn't
rolled
have
one
the
and a two
advantage
on
yet
my
because you
damage
hadn't
roll.
attacked recklessly yet, so.
Well, I did
Right.
last turn.
Well,
I don't know if
Oh
that-
yeah,
doesn't-
yeah,
doesn't
but it's your turn now, so you're not reckless anymore, right?
Okey
It
doke.
resets on your turn.
Okey doke.
So nobody gets
Does
normal
an
attack.
11 hit?
It do not.
All right.
Let's see that damage.
So I'm good to go here with the 26
You are good to go with the 26.
with the crit.
Fuck yeah,
Where's the crit?
That's it.
that doesn't look right.
That's it. I
That's
guess
not.
I'm not
correct.
raging.
That
Yeah,
can't be
you're not
right.
doing your divine damage. Plus, you didn't roll the.
No, it should add all the crit shit
There's
at the bottom
critical,
now, right?
Slashing
There's no
critical.
did, so-
crit shit. She's not raging, so she doesn't get the divine
All right,
fury,
well, that
which
was
is all the extra numbers.
A little
13.
anticlimactic, but so there that looks like 13.
Yep.
And then with Searing Smite, I'm still learning it. Please help me, and also patience, please.
So you deal damage to him. You do an extra 2d6 of fire damage because you crit.
Okay, so just do the regular.
Mhm.
So there's my extra 2d6 for Searing Smite. And
That's
then
fire
Fire
damage.
damage.
yes, and then at the start of its turn, he has to make a con save.
Or it'll take more fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And because it crit, does the ignite, like, is that doubled for the duration,
Do
or
I
is
get to roll more d6s?
yeah, he takes a d6 every turn that he fails to save.
No, I know,
Yep.
but for the crit.
No,
You
just
rolled
one.
it already.
I think it's just the base attack, not
Alright.
the.
Yeah.
So my question, so where does it say what he has to beat with the con save? My con? 14?
It's
It'll show you.
no.
Do you have a
If you
spell
move
save?
this, it'll show you. He has to beat
Oh, 12.
a 12 Constitution save on his turn.
Okay. So that was, I moved, I did my bonus action, I attacked, and then I would like my extra attack, please. I'm gonna continue recklessly attacking with my halberd.
Okay.
Oh,
Another crit.
Jesus.
Oh fuck.
Of course
Man, if
I'm
only
not
you were
raging.
raging, right?
Whatever.
No, she's not raging.
I know I said I
Yeah.
wish I. of course
It's
I'm
because
not.
she cast spite instead.
Yeah, I was hoping for that fire damage would be special.
Did it
Uh,
look like he took more damage from the fire?
It does sound like he
Healing?
did more damage, but it definitely looks a little bit kind of off kilter.
Well, he can have that 16 if he likes that.
Okay.
And I will end my turn.
You did. 37 damage in a round.
That seems nice.
It seems nice.
It seems nice. He's still
See-
standing. He's
see
a little bit
that going
melty.
for you.
He's a little melty.
He kind of looks
They
like
breathe on him?
a pile of snow from after today's this morning's
Rain.
rain. But yeah, I guess you guys
Alright.
probably don't have snow down by you, do you?
No.
Do you?
None.
By your house?
Yeah. Yeah, we had a bullet of snow from the storm that came through last week.
Oh, ours is all
Um,
rain.
Nothing.
All
Yeah.
rain.
I think
We had
I
snow
think I
this
noticed
morning.
mine was like Menominee Falls, Good Hope area when I took Isaac to the doctor the other day.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
We had snow this
Okay.
morning. We have no snow
Okay.
now.
Bonus action disengage. We're gonna go to there.
All right.
We are going to continue to attack Big Ugly. I still have my mark on him. And
Okay.
Bless gives me two attack rolls, right,
That was just a +4.
Kohi?
Just a +4.
It's just a flat +4.
No, plus
D4.
D4.
Yeah.
A D4. Yeah, that's what I was asking. It's 2 attack.
Yeah, if you crit. You add it to the attack or a saving throw.
Yes, it's to the attack roll, not to attack roll. Oh, he froze. And Alex
Red
is gone.
light.
What are you asking? Is something happening?
No, Rob red lighted during his turn.
Yeah. There you are.
Hi, Rob.
It's coming. Did
Oof.
it boop up yet? Okay. Yeah, so 26 to hit. On the
26
big
hits. Yep.
Okay. Please do take from me. Come on. It's fucking lagging out when I click the button. Do the thing that I paid you for. Dance. Dance for your money. Fuck me. Alright, hang on. It's a D8 plus 4 and 3d6.
You can just roll the damage again on your character sheet.
I suppose. Does it do the sneak? It doesn't do the sneak though. Okay, so it's 3d6. So 8 normal plus another 15. So 23 again, piercing.
All right. This arrow enters into this gigantic snowman and kind of comes out the other side and leaving this melting hole in him as this gigantic snowman melts down into the ground below.
In a sinister way, or is it dead?
I mean, in a sinisterly dead way.
And he pops up at your feet.
That's some shit. Red light. That's what you get. You deserve that red light.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a bad
Ooh.
one.
I worked so hard.
Hope we can still hear
You
Fuck
can.
me. Oh, this is-
There he is. Welcome back.
Fuck that snowman. That's what I gotta say about that.
it.
So
Zodiac,
I
is that end your
moved.
turn?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
bonused. I moved. I attacked.
All
Snowflake.
right. Well, that it is Frost's turn, and you look at him, and you think you see the hat begin to move. That ends his turn. Nicola.
Uh-oh.
I really
Fly
don't
into
like this
another
guy
one.
standing right next to me.
Are they gonna be like Sturges now that Daddy's gone?
So I'm gonna he is still moving and everything, right?
Which one?
The one right next to me up on the
Oh
hill.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I just wanted to make sure he didn't magically stop moving once Big Chungus died.
No. He's still looking
Chungus among
menacingly
us.
at you.
All right, so I will cast Firebolt at him.
A 12 hits.
Oh, and then I get to roll D4 or 2. Is that to damage or is that to hit?
For bless.
Because I was
Bless is to
blessed,
hit.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
only to hit.
Blesses to
Oh.
hit. Yes, agreed.
Okay. So he takes all of that fire damage.
All right. He's looking a little bit woozy.
And I'm a little disappointed because that was out of 2 D10s.
Oh.
But
All right.
that is okay.
Sounds good. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. With that, Monty, you are up.
All right, Talon, the one in front of me.
Okay.
Ugh. Oh, actually, that was better than I thought. I thought the 7s look like 1s.
Mm.
They
Gets
do.
me every time.
A 14 does hit.
9.
All right. You slash through the snowman, and then you cut off his arm, and he's still looking at you, grimacing.
Oh, hold on. Sorry,
Yep.
he's hexed. There we go. 10.
This snowman looks like a wet pile of snow, more so than a snowman now, but he is still standing there in front of you. Alright.
Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration on Tehran.
All right.
Aw.
With that, it is the snowman's turn. The snowman, the yellow-orange one, is going to move 10 feet,
He enters my reach.
and he enters into Alice's reach.
Way to
But-
always been.
But I used my bonus attack. Those opportunities.
It's a
right?
reaction.
Yes, I whack him.
All right.
Oh, wait.
Whack him real good. $19 hits.
All right, whatever.
He takes it, and he's gonna swing back at you with both of his arms. Does a 25 and a 20 hit.
Uh-huh.
All right. So that's gonna be
Because they have advantage. And you're not reducing the damage by half.
No, it's taking 2 attacks.
it's taking 2 attacks.
Oh.
It's swinging with
Yeah,
both
but
arms.
Their numbers are so high.
It's hitting her with both sticks.
They're rolling hot tonight. It does 10 bludgeoning damage and 5 cold damage.
Okay, that's not great.
All right. The red blue one is going to melt into the snow and go up and pop up on the other side of Quizotic.
Oh,
And-
fuck this guy.
Take 2 swings at you, Quizotic, for taking out its frosty friend.
He does have his movement speed reduced by 10. Just in case that matters to where he's moving.
Okay.
He also gets a D4 subtracted.
His attack rolls.
Right?
No,
Am
it's
I
a
remembering that
wisdom
right?
What are you? Is it?
Oh,
I don't
saving
know.
throw. My apologies. Next saving throw.
Okay. Quizotic does 18 and 18 hit.
Yes, I am going to. When an attacker you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage. I don't know if that means. So if you rolled them both at the same time, do I get to choose which one, or just pick the first one? So I can half one of them.
Sounds good. Which one are you having?
I don't know. So they both hit, so I guess just the first one.
Okay. So the first one hits, and you take what is that? 10 halved to 5, and then
Okay.
another 5.
Straight.
So yeah, 5 straight. So that's 10 bludgeoning, and then 4 cold damage.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Nicola, the red, yellow, orange one is going to take 2 swings at you.
Bring it on.
Does a 10 hit
Nope.
or a 21 hit?
Excuse me.
21 hits.
All right, and then it's
What
going
is
to
this?
do 8 bludgeoning damage and 4 cold damage.
Okay.
And the purple, red. Oh, hang on. We'll do. Yeah. Okay. And the red purple one is going to take 2 swings at you, Monty. And does a 25 hit and a 9 hit.
What was the second number?
9.
The 25 hits.
All right.
9 barely misses.
All right. So you're gonna take 9 bludgeoning damage and 3 cold damage. And that's going to end the snowman's turn. Now with that, Turan, you are up.
I will. I think that's an action. I will move forward to here and attack this one.
Purple, red.
Yes,
Red, purple?
I do not have reach. With a normal attack roll, that was almost a 1 again.
But it
Anyone hits?
wasn't.
Okay. As you slash with your greatsword, you slash off the head, and the snowman falls into a puddle on the snow below.
Oh.
I'm gonna move Hex to the one by Alice. Wisdom again.
Radiant. Why'd it roll all of them? That's very strange. Why would it choose to do that?
Because you have weird key binding set up.
No, I didn't keybind anything there.
No.
I can do radiant, necrotic, or cold, and it rolled a die for each of them, which I guess it allows me to choose then?
Well, that's
I
not.
would like necrotic.
Well,
Choose
I would
first,
choose
right?
before, but it would be necrotic because I don't do radiant, and cold would be foolish.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll move here, and I'll attack this one with my second attack because I'm allowed. Heyo.
Ooh.
Oh. Bwah, bwah, bwah.
Variance is a thing. He takes 24. Yeah, 24 slashing damage.
Well, damn it, you're doing more damage than I am now.
And then I will what's it called again? Unless he is dead, then I won't bother rolling.
No, he is not dead.
Oh, wait, that time it just did cold. That's not what I wanted. I'm doing necrotic. Yeah, and it rolls all of them. Yeah, 5.
Alright. It takes
It
an
all depends
additional
on how I touch it.
5 necrotic
5
damage. And it looks at you and growls at you.
I'll growl back.
Alright.
Grr.
Is that your turn?
Fuck off. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't have a bonus action. Yeah.
Alright, Dapos, you are up.
We're gonna do some more mind slivering. This has quickly become one of my favorite spells.
Do they need to have like intelligent thought, or can you just like mind sliver whatever the fuck you want?
We're gonna do that on the one that's next to Nikola. As far as I'm aware, I can just do it.
Okay, so it's like the explodey thing from Avatar, where the guy shoots a fucking beam out of his brain.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Neat.
just psychic energy. That's all it says.
Alright.
Okay.
An 11 does not save. It takes
The
9
one
psychic
next to
damage.
Nikola.
Nice.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's also got this like on his save throws, right? Is that what it is? Saves?
No, this one's a minus D4 on his next saving throw.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not
And
bad. You just get knocked down.
with that, I'm gonna have my turn.
All right, sounds good. Kohi, you are up.
So, I'll take advantage of your minus D4 on the saving throw there, Davos. I'll toll the dead. The
one closest to you
snowman.
also has it.
Oh, is it? Okay. Which one is? Sorry, I've been in and out of paying attention.
The red, blue, and red, orange, yellow both have minus a D4.
Okay.
Is it
And
until
then
your
who's
next
mo-
turn, or
who's
when
more?
is it?
It's just their next saving throw.
Oh, okay.
So who's more
Orange,
beat
yellow
up?
has
DM.
disadvantage on wisdom.
Red, orange, yellow has taken more damage.
All right, let's polish that one off.
Oh no, sorry, just the one that's next to Mikola. It's before my end of my next turn.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of. That's usually how cantrips work.
All right, I'll toll the dead it then,
All right.
and it's taking damage, and it's normal roll. It's 2d10, which is pretty cool.
That'll fuck something up.
Good, dude.
Or
D-
2d12.
2d12, yeah.
2d12s.
Yeah.
So
Level
wisdom
5's pretty
save
Yep, minus a d4.
minus D4.
That'll ruin someone's fucking day.
All right, a 9 does not save. As you reach out and try and collect the toll for the snowman, the bell rings and the snowman melts into a puddle on the ground.
Use sonic waves to change its state of matter.
Whoa. Just
Yes, he broke
I use psychic energy to make it
to a
change its
strong
like,
atomic force.
to like
separating the
disorientated, and he
molecules.
just comes in and just whacks it over the head with a gothic bell.
All right, Kohi, does that end your turn?
Yeah, I'll bump over here. Yeah, I'll bump over here. Turn.
Don't leave me.
All right, Alice.
All right,
Doing great. We all believe in you.
I am frustrated that killing the big one didn't have as much of an effect as I had hoped. So I will now enter a rage,
Yeah.
and I will recklessly attack this little one in front of me.
All right.
Here, go to the red thing in the top. And scroll down. And click both those in the bottom.
Arg. That's fun.
No. I can set up for those, but I don't remember what they are.
22 hits.
Fuck it, shut up.
Holy shit. Yeah.
So that's number one attack. Is he still there? Is he
You melt his face off.
Thank fuck.
Go for the next one.
Right?
Because the
looking
next one's
through-
the one next to you.
Yo, DM, I think the Misty Step is coming up in my bonus actions.
The item itself should have a description on it if he gave you the right one.
When you make a homebrew item, you can have it give you the ability to use a spell, and it's not going to delineate the fact that using that spell with that item costs an action. It just knows that you can use the spell, which is a bonus action.
Keelan, did you give him the item? Because the item has all the description on it.
Yeah, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
While wearing this cloak, you can pull its head over and cause yourself. It doesn't say you're spending an action to doing it.
Oh, well, then that must have changed the description when he gave it to you. 'Cause that's why I never used
Pulling
it.
the hood up requires an action.
Where does it say that?
4th paragraph down.
Pulling the head record. Okay, sorry.
So I feel a little apprehensive about attacking ones that haven't attacked us yet.
I agree.
So I'm going to jump back and protect my Fran. And I have a little extra movement speed now, so I got plenty of room to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hex moves as well back to the red blue one.
Actually, and I can hit him from here, right? That's 10.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it. I recklessly attack him with my halberd.
All right.
-3 off of this, which is 7.
17 hits.
So this, no, not the
Oh.
7. So what is that, 14?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, it does 14 damage.
And then if
It's
he's,
still smiling.
I will hit him with the back end.
All right, and with the back end.
Do I get advantage on that?
Yeah.
Oh,
A 25
I thought it
hits.
was 9. It's a 19. So just 8.
How do I do this?
I want to cut him right down the middle and have him go slushy piles on either side.
Okay. As you bring the back end of your halberd down on him, you cut him in two, and it kind of leaves two melting piles of snowmen in front of you.
Makes sense because he's melty and it's a blunt object. I didn't think that through.
Whatever. Yeah, you hit him with the butt end. You knock the middle section out, and the head just drops down, and then it rolls off.
It's fantasy, right?
Yeah.
It is.
All right.
He's magically imbued snow that can smack you around, so.
You get to smack it too.
Looking around, it's the wind is blowing. It's blustery. You still see movement swooping down, or swooping around at the top of the glacier, but you don't see any other movement in the snowmen around you.
I'm gonna use the last 10 feet of my movement to start making my way, perhaps back where we're trying to go, into the glowing chasm.
Mr. DM, you had mentioned that they had really spiffy looking buttons on their outfits, didn't you?
Ooh, big one at least.
I did mention that.
I would like to do a quick investigation and see if I can figure out what those are.
The wiggly hat.
Not yet.
While you're doing that, I'm going to heal myself 5 with my healing hands.
I'm sorry, there's a wiggly hat that I
There's
missed a description
Frosty, the snowman, was
Does
with
anybody
that
else have
hat
any
on his
hands?
head.
for. Anyone else gonna
Mr.
try
Brown,
and
would you like
search?
to
Because
go?
I am not doing great.
Look, I will go investigate Frosty's hat as well. Maybe Tirana's too.
And looking at the smaller snowmen, the piles that are left in the ground, the carrots, the sticks, the hats, and whatnot, you don't see any gems over in the smaller snowmen.
Knowledge Arcana, do I believe the carrots to be in any way magical or whatever?
Make me an Arcana check.
You roll your investigation with advantage because I was.
Looks to be a carrot.
I pick it up and bite it. And start eating it as we walk.
Is there? I'm
You
investigating.
hear a
big-
slight
big
scream in your head.
Cursed carrot.
Oh,
Good.
and now you're
Good.
possessed. Make
I
a
hear
wisdom
the
save.
scream and I look down at the whatever pile of snow and go, good, and walk off.
So, what are we looking at here with big old Frosty?
Okay.
With a 21 investigation, the hat,
Did
the,
you roll
the
with advantage?
carrots. I did not. No, I did not roll with advantage. I will roll again. Thank you, Jerome.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, looking at Frosty, I mean, you see a couple pieces of coal, or what's left of Frosty. Yeah, you see a couple pieces of coal. You see his top hat. You see a couple sticks, and kind of as you're kind of poking through, you see 3 large blue gems. They're
buttons on his torso.
they were in the similar places to where buttons would be on his torso,
Yeah, he bejeweled his teeth instead of gold. It was gems.
right?
Can I-
So
Go ahead.
are you picking them up?
Yeah, I will pick them up.
Are you touching them with your hands?
I did touch them with my gloved hands.
Gloved hands? Okay. Picking up the gem, you pick up the first one, and you pick up the second one. And as you pick up the third one, you hesitate for just a second. Then you pick up the third one. And and as you pick up the third one, you're now holding in your hands 3 50 gold piece blue sapphires.
So-
Icing on the cake.
So Trixie.
Pretty cool. Can I
about
make
the
any knowledge arcana or some sort of check to figure out what these things are, were, or what's going on with them?
Sure.
Yeah,
You mean
it's a
Arcana check.
hostage situation. That
You
hat might be
curious
fun.
as well, Tehran?
Yeah, sure. I would be helping you. I go, oh, what do you think about that hat?
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Magic.
It's magic.
Oh
I'm
my
looking at that
God.
hat. Is that hat a wiggling? Does it look like it's gonna reconstitute Frosty?
As you're looking at him, it's
Should take
wiggling, but it looks like it's just wiggling with the wind.
Take the
Should
hat.
still take the hat.
Sure.
Take the hat.
Throw the gems in the hat and stick the hat.
Yep. Take the gems in the hat.
Would you want me to take a look at the hat?
I had it covered. I looked at that. No. If you want to look at the hat, you're welcome to. As long as it ends up back at the museum.
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to figure out-
Defo says you take a look at the hat.
Made
And,
in China. Where's China?
for all intents and
Santa lives.
purposes, at this point, the hat looks like a regular hat.
Just a hat, guys.
I still take the hat.
Nice hat.
It's probably a nice looking hat.
All right, shall we?
No, we indeed.
All right. You guys begin to head down towards the crevasse. And as you guys come up to the crevasse, you see a long passage before you, starting wide and tapering to a point in the dim glow, to a point from which the dim glow emanates. While mostly dark, you see floating ethereal winter mist lanterns illuminate patches of the path.
They're mithril?
Ethereal.
Oh, ethereal.
Ethereal, yeah.
They said mithril.
Taking a step forward, the sound of the howling wind becomes muffled. It's replaced by a far more ominous sound, a deep, low rumbling, as if the ice were moving. A chip of ice falls from above you, and you see shadowy shapes flying overhead. They don't appear to have spotted you. The ice walls, however, are moving very slowly together. You need to hurry, and will guess that you've not have got long before the cavern closes entirely.
Go, 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 go,
Oh,
go.
start running.
Go.
Yep.
Yeah, we
They're
run
running.
down the ice stairs.
Unless you
so
got a
as-
sled.
How are
It's a
you
snowboard
guys?
down. Or a door.
How are you guys? Are you guys running stealthily? Are you guys running as fast as you can?
If they're closing, I'm running.
How quickly is it closing in on us, and how long is the tunnel?
The tunnel's probably about, looking down, probably about 200 feet or so.
Oh, shit.
That's a long time.
Is it a hill or is it flat?
I mean, like it's sloped slightly downwards, in front of you, going down into the cavern.
Po-
Is anyone thinking what I'm thinking?
I was saying, is it possible to just slide down?
Shield sleds? Yes.
I call Kohi.
Ah,
Oh, a pile on Corey.
I'm just running.
All right, get on.
He's like that. He's like, I've been waiting forever to do this.
I'll run too.
I'm gonna pull
All
out my crowbar and I'm gonna try and use it to steer as I just. Whee!
Turtle ride, riding a turtle.
It's never wind miss, so that's good.
Yep.
Okay, should we roll something? Do we make it?
All right, so
Acrobatics.
yeah, make me an acrobatics check.
Fuck yeah.
We're all gonna roll
Try.
acrobatics. checks
Everybody,
really
or-
well.
Who's ever steering the shields that you guys are on?
Fuck yeah.
Wait, so do I steer Kohi or does Kohi steer Kohi?
We're riding the wave, friend.
It's nature.
I'm just.
I could probably
full
use
on-
my tail to steer to rudder it.
Yeah,
Or
right.
your
Yeah, it's
feet even.
probably.
I'm just gonna roll. We're just gonna see what this does. Oh, that was great. Not really.
I'm just running, so
You're just
I
running.
got
Okay.
it. Yeah, I'm like kind of foot slide steering, I guess, because I don't have a shield.
Okay.
I'm just using the
Um,
crowbar to steer though.
As you guys, as Quixote guys, so wait, you are on a shield.
I do not have a shield. I'm just using my feet, boots.
All right. As Quixote, as you're running down, you're getting about halfway down, and you hear all of a sudden behind you a large crash. As you look behind you, you see Monty on his shield trying to, like, he's losing control, and all of a sudden he hits a wall. And it's a little bit louder than what you guys had intended. And all of a sudden, you guys, Monty's probably about 50 feet from you now at this point. And you look up and you see a large reindeer sentinel looking creature come down, start to fly down the crevasse.
All right.
Keep fucking running.
Yep. Does Monty look like he's gonna pass me?
Oh, Monty's crashed against the wall now.
Oh, he's
Uh,
So
stuck?
is he stuck or is he?
He is. I mean, like, he is stopped on the pathway down.
Oh.
You're 50 feet past him now.
Fuck me. All right.
So would Kohi and I have been behind him then when
I
that
feel like you'd be in
happened?
front of everyone, otherwise you'd run us over, wouldn't you?
That big ass deer looks like it's coming at us, right?
It's going to investigate whatever the crash sound was.
All right. Fuck this guy.
no, just keep
Would that
running.
me?
It's blitzing for sure.
Blitzing. Dasher.
Donder.
Fucker.
Just keep moving. Come investigate
how
all at
far
once.
do
It
you-
hasn't attacked
okay.
us yet.
So you said I'm 50 feet ahead. How far to the end of the chasm?
You're probably 75 feet from the end of the chasm yourself.
And how bad do the walls look like they're getting?
I mean, like, they're starting to close in. It looks like you have some time, but not a lot would be my guess.
There's nobody behind Monty.
I don't. What was your marching order?
I was in the front.
Would also argue that Kohi on his back would be very fast.
You would
Maybe
be very
faster than
fast.
we are running in front of it.
Yeah.
So maybe could have been a better idea to be behind it.
Well, I just started running.
That's true. And I was just following you, so maybe we're ahead of him.
Well, Kohi and Monty are not
I know.
together.
I'm trying to figure out where everyone is. And if we went out ahead of them, then we're ahead of them. Because I'm following you.
I probably would have been behind Kohi and Nicola, right? Because that's where the hell did everybody go on the map?
Down below, the bottom right.
Okay, so let's figure this out. Kohi and Nicola are probably out front because he would have been
Mhm.
crazy fast.
All right.
Monty is in the back. And then probably Tehran, Alice, and myself are in the middle, and I might be slightly ahead because I did very well on my athletics check,
Okay.
I assume. So
Can I use my newfound increased movement speed to be of help to Monty?
Probably. That's it.
Okay.
Probably. I'm sure he would appreciate that.
You're gonna give me some extra movement, or how
Well,
does that
like,
work?
I think I would have to. I'd run back and
Oh,
try
you'd
to
run
help
back
you
and
get your
try to help
ass
me?
back on your feet.
I did a cool thing.
All
Look what I can do.
I tried.
Yeah,
right,
I'm
let's
gonna
do
move
it.
everybody away from the wall a little bit. It's a little
Okay.
bit of a pain
Let's
to be.
space this out a little bit. Let's assume Nicola and Kohi are further ahead. I would be probably a little bit behind them,
I'm going back for Monty.
Yay.
and Tehran would be around where Davpos is, presumably, right? And then where's Davpos?
I'd be back here.
Okay, so like that. When we're assuming that the pathway is like there and like there-ish, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Follow the pathway of.
Yeah, got it. All right. Just one's coming down for now, right?
Just one is all you see at this point.
Okay, can I kind of try and clock it? I'm gonna use that insight check. Figure out what's actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my other insight check to try and figure out what it's thinking right now.
Okay.
What are those snowmen doing?
Actually, can I only do that within a certain range? I think. Either way, I'm gonna try and figure out what's on its mind.
Okay.
And then I want to see.
Does it
the
need
other
to make a
thing.
deception, or what does it need to make against?
It would probably be if I was using it the normal way, it'd be deception. If I'm just doing the other thing, it would. I don't know if it gets a save unless I actively trying to force stuff. Hang on, let me check. Oh, I can't do the other thing, so it would just be a normal visual check because the other thing's gotta be within 30 feet. So yeah, I'm gonna try and determine what its planned course of action is.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's coming down to figure out what the crash was.
Does
in the
it
chasm
look
here.
like it's seen any of us yet? Is it?
It does not look. I mean, like it looks like it's flying down towards Monty.
Okay.
So.
Then I guess the next time I get a chance to do so, I'm gonna try and clock it to shoot it. I'm. There's no way it's gonna miss him. So yeah.
Okay.
Next time I get a chance. So everybody else do their thing. I'm gonna try and continue sliding down an ice bridge and firing behind me at a thing.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess at this point, the pain deer is flying down.
I got too much joy from that. Apologize.
And it is coming towards Monty. As it comes down, at this point, it comes down to land on the ground and is at this point probably 15 feet away from Monty. I guess at this point, are you guys going to I guess let's roll initiative at this point.
Yeah.
Did anybody else take a carrot?
Oh, I ate part of a carrot for sure.
It was full of screams.
It
Well, maybe
was.
the
Yeah.
painting
Does it
wants
scream
carrot.
every time I bite into it?
Yes.
I every time I bite into it, by the way, I say good.
Oh, you deserve this.
Oh crap! He hadn't cleared the turn order yet.
Oh.
It should just
look at
replace
that.
it actually.
I, like a
Oh, cool, it
turd,
does.
Yep,
forgot
it
to
did.
click my character.
What?
Same.
Yeah, but it doesn't reorder them, does it? Or do you have to click
I
it?
He
do that.
reorders it. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Cool.
Restack it.
I think the problem arises when we roll and then he clears it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just manually delete the Frosty and the Snowman.
I think mine's busted.
Yeah, 'cause you didn't click your character last time, so I had to manually enter yours.
I definitely clicked on my character
You
last.
definitely did not, because I had to manually enter this.
And X gets the square.
I got a 14, but it's not letting me modify, so just heads up.
I mean, I got a 6 this time, so it's not gonna be much different.
Okay. Sounds good. Nico's goes 6. Kusata, you got a 14?
14.
Okay. And everybody else is updated?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. And
Here.
And got your snowman. All right, with that, Alice, you are up.
All right. Seeing what, I mean, due to the landscape and what we've previously run into already, it seems like a hostile creature going near my friend. I'm going to keep running at him in that direction. 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna try to go around the other side. 6, 7, get here, I think.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that. It's, I mean, it's getting tighter down here, but I'll say at this point you can get through.
I guess I'm gonna whack him.
Okay,
I lost my rage, didn't I?
you did.
That doesn't seem nice. But I can't afford to take all kinds of damage, so I guess I'm gonna go right back into more of the same.
All right.
So I'm gonna recklessly attack this reindeer with my halberd in a rage.
Cool. A 17. A 17 hits the pain deer.
Thank goodness.
God, I hope so.
Fucking pain
So I'm gonna get him once. I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
So that's 16, and then this one is only gonna be 7.
Okay.
And then he wants more?
He wants more.
I'm just gonna keep chugging away.
25 hits.
And that one is 7.
All right.
Some quality whacking there.
Yeah, he is
Those are a
still
lot of
standing.
numbers.
Yeah, after taking 30 damage, he is feeling it.
Alright.
But he's looking a little bit ragged.
What next?
But looking for a fight at this point.
I did 30 damage to the reindeer.
Goodness, that is quite a bit.
That is
All right.
enough.
Tehran, you are up.
I don't think I'm gonna cast anything. I'll just charge at it and attack. I think
How much
that's
time has
1,
passed? Is he
2,
still
3,
inspired?
5. That
How long
lasted
does-
A minute.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Oh.
It's been less than 10
I was
minutes,
thinking
right?
less.
Because we killed him.
We walked towards the crevasse pretty quickly, and then this happened, right?
Yeah, I'd say you're right at the end of it. You still have it yet.
Okay.
Use it now or forever hold your peace.
Looking for my attack. Not advantage. That got chucked in the corner. What's an advantage? Is it a D8 or a D6?
6. Wait, hold on. Actually, it may have just changed.
Yeah, I think
I think it's an 8.
No,
it's an 8.
is it 5th level? Because you took 1 level of something else, didn't
I
you?
took 2. Hold on.
And
Regardless,
It
a
is a
14
D6.
hits. So
It is
Oh,
a
cool.
6. Yeah, it will change to an 8 eventually, but not right now.
Takes 10 slashing damage.
All right.
Kohi blesses 1 minute or 10.
I attack him again. It is not good.
9 does not hit.
1 minute.
Yeah, but
That's gone.
all right. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Duff Post. You're up.
Fine, spike it. I know it's called Mind Sliver, but Mind Spike works better.
Okay.
I think Mind Spec might be an actual spell.
A 17 saves.
All right.
As he looks to, kind of shakes his head, and you see his antlers move as he tries to shake off this mind sliver coming towards him.
Yeah, there. Move farther away.
Okay. How about that, Monty?
I'm gonna move on the other side by Tehran and hit him with Talon. Booming
Okay.
blade. Booming blade.
An 8 does not hit.
Shit. That'll be it.
All right. Kohi, you are up.
All right. Toll the dead. It's already got whacked pretty hard. Let's take a damage. Ugh. That is awful.
All right.
2 1s on D12s. That's awesome.
A 16 saves.
Oof.
Good save on 2 damages.
Does it do half as much or just none
It's,
at
it's a
all?
cantrip, so it's
Yeah,
either
it's a
hit
none.
All or
Hit or
nothing.
miss.
All right.
I'll move up
Got it.
here.
2 through the eye, right between the eyes.
I'll move up here. Give him another target to get in front of our softy, squeezy guys.
Okay.
Turn.
Quixotic.
He is. He's next to 2 people, right? So I don't need to do
Yes.
that. So we're just gonna loose a longbow at him because I get my sneak attack.
Yep. I think you read that.
I think you did. Yep.
There you
There you
go.
are.
The first one
What?
See
would
nothing.
be. It'll get there.
There it
It
is.
ran a couple times, but it's
21 to
17.
hit.
21 hits.
21 to hit, 17 to damage. It rolled twice because it
Okay.
froze up. So 17 piercing, and I will use my bonus action to make a perception check for what we're gonna say is hidden stuff, but basically it's any of the other pain deer coming down. God,
Okay.
I can't believe how quickly I slipped into saying that as a normal phrase.
The pain deer.
Looking around, it doesn't look like there's any other pain deer coming down at this point.
Fucking. They're not painting down on us.
They're not.
Did he notice how close the walls are?
That is not the perception that he's looking for at this
That is
point.
not specifically what it's searching for.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Alright.
and then I will continue to move towards the exit because I've got a fuckload of range.
Okay. On the pain deer's turn, it is going to use its snow breath attack. And I need Tehran and Monty to make a dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw.
Predict you're very mediocre at those.
I have a +1.
Mediocre.
Oh, it was
Gonna
almost a
need it.
16.
Almost.
Will nope. I'm not blaming.
We'll
All right. So Monty saves. Taran does not. And you take 4d8 cold damage,
holy shit. Oh,
or half as much on a successful one.
holy shit.
You guys get to see the numbers tonight
Is
on
this
that
cold?
one.
I do resist cold.
And so
7.
you guys both take 7 cold damage.
Uh,
And that's going to end its turn. Because, yeah, that's all I can do. Okay. With that, Nicola, you are up.
So is this the end of the crevasse right here?
Yeah, and that's the end of this picture that I have of the crevasse. I think it's another, what did I say, another 50, 60 feet down beyond where Quixotic was.
Mhm.
Okay,
Well,
so
I did move since then, so it's probably closer. But
I am going to move 30 feet this way as far as I can.
30 feet towards the exit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I am going to I'll try Eldritch Blasting him.
Okay.
As soon as I find my Eldritch Blast. All right. Roll number 1. Ugh.
9 does not hit. Trying to, the gleaming of the light off the ice walls kind of hits your eyes just wrong, and your Eldritch Blast goes just wide.
Darn son.
Oh, it's
Misses
a
again.
Repeat.
All right.
Repeat and repeat. All right. Is that end your turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. Alice.
All right, I'm gonna start running back the other way, and I'm gonna hit him too.
All right.
Or I'm gonna try. So still raging
Wait, still? Or are you raging again this combat?
again. I raged again.
Okay.
You slept through it. It's fine.
I've been up since 6:30. It's pretty earlier than normal for me.
All right.
So 13. Let's see.
As you bring down your halberd into this pain deer's head, you crack it open, and the antlers split as this pain deer falls to the ground.
Yes.
So,
What's his? Do I have time to look at his steaming corpse?
I would like this one's hat as well.
I mean, you can look.
Cut its nose off.
I wouldn't take too long, but
Does his shiny red nose look like a brilliant ruby or something?
uh,
I will help anyone inspecting the body.
I'm
his
always
shiny red
curious.
nose looks like it is more so a as you're kind of looking at it, the shiny red nose kind of goes out, and there's not a shiny red nose anymore.
That makes sense. All right, I'm gonna try to get out of this squeezy cavern. And
Let's run for it.
Monty, you got it? Are you good?
I think I'm good.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Hurry up, guys.
let's do this thing.
Okay.
Zoom.
His nose
Yes.
is bioluminescent.
Are you just running at this point down the cavern?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not sledding anymore? Not sledding into
No.
walls?
Whoa! I got
That's how fast she's running. She's starting to
Alice
blur.
is
hole.
She's feeling that squeeze happen.
She's a sturdy gal now.
Just
Find the
running.
youngest.
Just running.
As you guys reach the end of the cavern, you see where the glow is coming from. Through a crack in the ice about 10 feet wide and 20 feet tall. A gentle light shines, and you can see snow falling slowly beyond. It would seem as if you have found the entrance to Santa's grotto.
Grotto.
I think that's where we're going to end it tonight. If you guys are cool with that.
In
Yeah.
the grotto.
Good trouble.
So,
Thank you.
yep.
I'm not.
Right.
Bunch of bitches.
Cool, man.
Right. So I'm
So-
actually I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna be rude. Good night.
Night.
Yeah, no.
Good night.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Good night.
good.
I gotta be
See you
up in
later.
6 hours. So
Yeah, go to bed.
Good
You
luck.
can do it.
I believe in you.
good night.
So,
Should be a light day or something, right?
So
No.
I
Day
have a
before Christmas, people are gonna
question.
be mobbing
Yeah.
basketball
Yeah.
like it's
I
fucking
know.
going on style.
If we wouldn't have killed Big Frosty, how many little Frosties would have popped up?
All of them?
it's a question.
The world may never know.
That's why he took one to the dome.
Frosty.
No, that was the rest were decoys.
Okay.
So,
Inflatable snowman.
Because I was just picturing like World War Z or something. We're just fighting off an ever increasing wave of snowmen.
I mean, I can make that happen if you want.
I mean, no, you don't. You don't
Maybe
need
next
to do that.
Christmas.
It's okay.
Santa's grotto and
It's the last mission from
200.
Halo Reach. Objective
Yeah.
survive.
Flood. The flood.
So I hope you guys are cool with a little bit of Christmas one-shotty, not necessarily one-shotty, but
One
working
plus
to the
shot.
story
Well,
one-shotness.
Yeah.
you tried to beat us over the head to go do it, so
Yeah.
we didn't. We're still apprehensive. I was trying to correct them, but the lure was too hard.
I don't want to waste
Yeah.
Keelan's hard work. This is fun.
That and 7,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's what, like 4,500 farmers.
I had to give you guys
Something
some
like
sort
that.
of incentive.
Are we buying farmers now? Because I'm not cool with that.
No,
We
that's
had-
If we wanted to.
We had
No,
like at
I-
least 2 sessions where we didn't have a combat, so this is fun to
This is
have
good.
some
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy throwing this together, Keelan?
Yeah, it
Not
is
throwing it together, but putting
It
it
is
together.
based off of somebody else's stuff, but I had to put
Okay.
it all into Roll20.
That's
Okay.
pretty cool.
Cool. Good job.
So
How are the
what's
bunk
up?
beds?
Fucking awesome. I'll post some pictures in
Yeah.
Slack.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen some pictures so far. Looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
No, it is. We're on the final steps. Tomorrow should be completed. So
So
Have they
did they?
picked top and bottom, or
what was that?
go ahead? Sorry, go ahead, Alan.
Oh, did they share a room before?
No.
Why are they sharing a room now?
They've wanted to share a room for a while.
Oh.